Did I?
Am I clear?
Technology, what the hell?
You guys have been clear this. You haven't gone robot at all for me, any of
No,
you.
everyone was like.
I think this is a regional thing that just blipped for you guys. Maybe we can try changing like what region the voice thing is hosted in. But
I will point out that Nick is not here, and Nick said he was rebooting his internet.
Yeah.
So maybe we were bouncing off Nick.
Nick and Izzy both are.
Yeah, I think
that still doesn't make sense for why half of us got affected and the other half.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it's working again.
Yeah, you all started sounding fine as soon as I clicked stop on OBS, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just restart it.
Weird.
All right, so
well, I'm actually wondering if like something happened because
yeah, it was everybody.
At the very least,
Izzy,
Dan, and I are probably flowing through one of the same like overall internet segments.
I freaked out because I adjusted my headphones and I was like, oh shit, did I just break my headphones?
Weird. Alrighty, so let's get started, shall we? Session 11, Avatar: The Great War. So, last time you all saw these two monstrosities, one of which began coming through the flora and fauna of the swamp. You guys were in the middle of the Foggy Bottom Swamp, having found some sturdy ground to at least have Thomas sit down upon, though his wheels were getting kind of stuck up in the roots. Mm-hmm. It's hard to move here. The entire area, it's mostly water. All the ground level is like decaying trees and mushrooms and all sorts of rotting stuff that's kind of turning together into a slurry. So there is some things that are starting to become dirt, but the majority of this area is kind of like the Everglades. It's just islands of interconnected root systems that have just grown up over the water and that sink down to give a very good sturdy foothold. You guys have no idea how deep down the murky waters go, but you do know that the squid-like monster was able to hide underneath the water and then completely pop up. The squid-like monster is about 15 to 20 feet tall. The other tree-like humanoid thing with the big limbs is almost double that size, 30 feet long, with just these long vines of like rotting tree parts kind of just like decorating its headdress and, you know, draping down as though it's wearing like a moss-covered robe.
So these things in theory look more tree-like. These look more tree-like than the pictures you have sent us.
They look like that. The taller one on the left has got like a green cloak of moss on it, but otherwise they look like this.
Great.
Thanks, I hate it.
Now,
this is a lovely image, all right.
Yeah, now that all being said, since we are going to be jumping right into combat, obviously, a very important note for you guys. Do you remember how in Pokemon there was the Gyarados fight?
Yep.
Yes.
And there was the fight above water and the fight below water?
That's happening again?
So in this environment, because it is the swamp, the environment can affect both zones, but there's two main zones. There's the ground level zone, and then there is the tree canopy zone. If you're trying to affect one of these monsters, because the squid creature, as soon as it emerged from the water, those tentacles seem to stretch farther than their length would otherwise point out, and then contract, and it's now spidering its way up in the tree heights.
No.
Like its head is twisting and cracking in a very strange way. You guys can get up there. There's plenty of paths to take it, or you guys may make ranged attacks, but you will have to pick what your target is in those cases. Also, secondary thing, because you fought so vehemently for it at the end of last session, Wex.
What?
You were claiming that you're in a swamp and this is a terrible place for an earthbender. I thought about that. I thought about it really hard. And I don't want to completely kill you by taking away all your earth. So I'm going to say at the beginning of this fight, you will have about 1 cubic foot of dirt to move. What this means is any of your abilities you use may only have one target for the duration of this scene.
Lovely. I'm helpful.
Yes, yes, you will be. Anyway, let's drag you guys over to the swamp. Everybody kindly drag your character tokens around
I
Thomas.
hate how big those things are. I'm not surprised, but I hate it.
I hate how they definitely do not belong.
Oh, no, they do not. They look so unnatural. Like, it's honestly a bit shocking that they, you know, stayed hidden for as long as they did.
Hello, nature spirits from hell.
Yep.
Nature spirits from hell. Alrighty, let me just increase you guys a touch.
Yes, we need to be embiggened.
Smidged.
Enlarge.
I will cast enlarge on everybody except for BB and Thomas. They are the right size. How are you always the correct size, Minghua? Like, you were already bigger than everybody else. I don't know how.
Because you saved the image that way.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, is that
something like that?
Oh, maybe I should resave all these images then. Remind me to do that after session.
I forget.
Also, Izzy, where's our combat tracker so we know how screwed we are?
Oh, right, the combat tracker. Silly
of me. Oh, right, I'm starting in red.
Oh, don't worry, Lore. Most of you will be there very soon. There's your combat tracker.
We were starting at most in yellow.
Oh, no, no, no. Look at the combat tracker, top right.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Guys, I think we're supposed to lose this.
I think he wants us to run away.
Okay, let me rephrase this, guys. When this combat tracker hits out, I'm telling you this up front.
You die.
No. Nothing innately bad is going to happen to you. All it means is we're going to be advancing immediately to the next scene. I'm not telling you what that means or what that entails. You guys will not drop to 0 HP. Whatever damage you guys have done to these two creatures will persist because healing is hard in this world.
So this is a, brain. Something else is showing up at this point in time.
We're gonna get sucked into the Shadow Realm and die.
You can assume that.
The Shadow Realm?
Also, the swamp has a tracker as well. Because the environment is active.
Yep.
So if you guys are planning on staying on ground level, you can stay near Thomas or swarm the tree monster, and I will just denote their names as such. Tree monster and squid monster. If you're going to be fighting the squid monster, you're going to need to, you know, I'm going to just say put your token...
These names are slightly confusing since you said the squid monster is the one up in the treetops.
Mm-hmm.
Long limbs for... Would you prefer...
Give them name title cards that we can see, Izzy.
I did just enable them. Oh, no, wait, sorry, player permissions.
I'm going to call them Titans. That's Squid Titan and Tree Titan.
That works.
Ah, spider, not squid. Much better.
Well, I changed it to spider so you guys have an easier way of seeing... Okay, up in the trees. It can swim. It has a swim speed. Okay, with that being said, we're going to get started. Who would like to go first? And remember, guys, you do not have a lot of time on this tracker.
Question 1, are we fighting or fleeing?
I'm for fleeing.
Well, you guys kind of already specified you were staying and fighting last time.
Nope, fair point.
And
we absolutely did that.
Because I'm assuming by doing so, you guys took up defensive positions, and Thomas is not necessarily on. You guys did kind of root yourself.
We did do that.
So, who would like to go first?
Well, if anyone's throwing a buff to other party members, please do so. Otherwise, I can go first.
I normally would, but I can't. I can buff one person.
I mean, buff Minghua so he hits super hard at the beginning does sound reasonable.
I wanna do this to it, so I wanna penalize it on my turn.
Yeah, I am planning to do damage, so...
Alright, you want me to buff you then?
Sure.
Alright, Hotaru, you're first then.
Alright, I'll go first.
Oh wait, I can do the Simon Says thing and we can, like, pick orders again.
Is that a green?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, you can do that. That is a useful ability for you guys to remember Nara has.
Yes.
Simon says.
Move 2 away. Yes, Sean. That's what I wish to do.
Do you still want me to go first?
Buff? Yes, please.
Okay.
I imagine Izzy will have to roll for that.
No, I'm back on my computer now.
Okay.
I feel like Hotaru, Minghua, Nara is actually a good initial order for this.
Works for me. I'm planning on going after Spider Monster, because, you know, I climb good.
Yeah, Spider Monster. Let me pull up that sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
Alright. Okay, so let's see, I'm in yellow at the moment. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna use stone sculpting.
Okay.
And with the little bit of dirt I have, Minghua is getting basically stone beast armor.
Yeah!
Since I don't have a lot of dirt to work with, I'm basically coating you with the dirt and solidifying it into like stone over all your individual hairs and stuff.
Nice.
Alright, is this persistent or?
No, it will. Again, it's made of mud. It's going to break apart when you use it, Lore. But
yeah, I will happily take stone gauntlets for one punch.
I was thinking more like a stone body coat.
That works too. Power armor.
All right, not terrible. That gets you a +2.
Alrighty, please
Whoa.
put.
I did. I rolled doubles naturally.
Oh, what does doubles naturally do?
I get to attack using my mid.
Alright, well, you are on the ground, which means your target is big dude.
All right, as part of that, I to get some extra earth, I pull it out of it.
You know what? Yes, that totally works.
So I will deal him 5 damage.
Takes it. Does not seem to be particularly bothered. Just
Okay.
cut.
Yep. I guess it goes to Nara next.
No, give it to me.
No, is it you next? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All
we
right,
gonna
all right.
punch.
Ming-
We gonna
all
fuck
right.
this thing up.
Minghua.
More punch.
Alright, you're in red. Okay, so Minghua, you're scaling up one of the trees, swinging from vine to vine to catch up to this thing as it, shuffles sideways
Yep.
against the foliage.
We're gonna select an audience member, use the +2 boost I just got, and also burn a +3.
Attack using close combat. Use your... Oh! Attack. Oh, okay. And
I'm probably going to get retaliated and KO'd instantly, but I want a punch.
that's perfectly fine. This boost that you gain from this does not apply to this attack.
Really? Oh, because it's more of an armor thing?
Well, no. Hotaru's does. The one you make from select an audience
Yes,
member.
I do know that. The
Okay.
boost is for subsequent.
All right, go for it. And I need to pull up. This thing has reactions, methinks. Ooh.
So that's 15 plus an additional 5 from the thing. Oh, and, yeah, about that boost that it got, that doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, what?
Noise.
Because... I'm in red, so this fires, and I'm canceling that boost that it would have gotten.
Use an ability action. Okay.
20 damage, and I have a boost, and fuck you.
Nice.
Hold on a second. Okay, as you punch this thing, it's going to throw up its tentacles, it's going to make a defend action using its tentacles.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh my god.
But yes, this is why I was just like, hey, buff me, because I can fuck it over.
Okay, it reduced it by 5. It did not reduce it to 0, which means it doesn't get to hurt you.
I'd be terrified if it could reduce 20 damage to 0.
Yeah, so how much did you just deal?
20.
And minus the 5, 15.
Because 5 plus 10 plus 2 plus 3.
Oh my god. Congratulations, you almost got it to change personal zones in one hit.
Yeah!
Do it.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming you said you were going to pass to Nara?
Unless someone else wants it, that was the plan.
Sounds good.
All right.
Mingwa is now a target and is going to go down fast, but boy, was that satisfying.
You are going to, in fact, be a target. All right.
No target. Okay.
I can boost you more.
Hey, no, the boost was hilarious.
That was great.
How much HP?
I am going to use Simon Says. And I guess... Sorry, I think I'm getting a fever. I'm just very uncomfortable right now. Yeah, I just, like, broke out in a cold sweat.
Oh, no.
That's not great. Okay, so I'm going to use Simon Says... what's the group consensus of which of these nasty things do we want to go, and then who wants to go
Spider
after?
monster on the ground.
Do Spider Monster and then kick it back to us?
Yeah. So Spider Monster and then... Rizik? Han? Who wants to go?
What can I do in green?
Sean's single
someone-
target buff or debuff. But
If
I'm
someone
really
boosts me, I can use lightning.
You can?
I don't have any boosting in green.
Rizik? Wait.
He's asking Izzy something.
Oh.
Yep, hold on.
Alright, well, so I'm going to be fighting with Suggestion. So, Suggestion,
Suggestion.
Creativity, that. I guess I pull from my bag of arsenals, like, cherry bombs, and I just, like, fling them at, the spider monster to, like, blind them.
Okay.
Oh
So
my god,
that-
you are the Delibird of this game. You even have the bag.
You're my role model in Pokemon, what can I say?
I love it.
And... Yeah, I don't know. Fucking bang.
Okay. Oh my god.
Damn, I wish that took the high
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, let's see. This is mid-die?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything, so I think it's just mid.
Okay.
But then who am I giving it to after this? So
I think give it to the spider monster and then pass it to one of us.
But who?
Give it to me.
Okay, there. That's the thing.
Okay, so real quick important thing. As soon as you smack this thing, with those cherry bombs, it explodes and it looks like it got injured. The thing immediately scurries up over the canopy cover and comes down on the other side. So
I don't like how it
Move
moves.
it wherever she wants to.
No.
No, I don't control its movement. I control
The turn
who
order.
goes the turn order.
You may move the target of that attack anywhere else nearby, then you control the turn order.
I suspect that this particular move was triggered by the zone change or something.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This creature has an ability which says whenever zone change happens, it can move anywhere. So
Rude.
yeah. So it would be Nara's action finishes move somewhere, then it moves somewhere else. So effectively, this thing pokes its head through one canopy cover and then immediately goes back out and does it again. So it comes over here, and then it's going to come back over there, back next to Minghua.
Fun.
Great, it's basically being alien. I hate this.
I give it to Dad, and I go, Dad, do something!
Well, you give it to Spider and
give
then
it to Spider
Dad.
first,
Wow.
then I get to go.
Yeah.
I still yell, Dad, do something, as the spider. Ah! My little ones!
Spiders.
No!
It's going
Why
to...
are there little spiders?
What little spiders?
This thing. That thing.
That's on the
That's
combat
combat tracker.
Oh, thank God. I saw it move and was like, ah!
Stop giving us the ideas.
You don't...
Fuck eggs! Oh God, they hatch!
Many tiny spiders.
Okay, so Meanwhile, this thing is going to poke back because you punched it and you punched it hard and it no happy. It was going to hit everybody, but you just seem like a prime target right now. So all of its tentacles are going to kind of twist around into what looks like a drill as it hangs on, and as it, you know, kind of swings itself forward, it's going to just try to pierce you in the midsection with these spinning tentacles. It's
is the drill that will pierce the heavens.
It is
This is not fine.
It is the drill that will pierce the heavens. I do believe that is acrobatics and zone change. Zone change is worse because you guys got it to yellow.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
Worth it.
Okay.
Totally
So, yep, Minghua, you are taking 6 damage.
Hold on. I would like to use my reaction, please.
I'm not sure I want you to do that. I might want to do my own reaction instead.
Also, is it a single target reaction? Because don't forget you're in a different zone, Wex. That's important.
I say both of you can use reactions to the same thing.
But again, you guys
at
are
that point order starts mattering.
Yeah, but you guys are in different zones. Again, zones is key for
I'm in the
this, right?
trees.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
All right. So Minghua, you are taking 6. Also, remove all of your current bonuses.
Okay.
Which I know is just the 1, but yeah. And yeah, that's all it has for you. What else what's your reaction? Oh, when you are attacking.
Take another 15 damage.
You are attacked and dealt damage. You may attack the source of that damage by rolling. Are you kidding?
I built a punch wizard, sir.
You got
This thing gonna get fucked.
You got the sucker punch.
So if this was D&D, this thing would be bloodied.
Yes.
Okay, it's not quite in red, but it's getting there.
This fight is not going the way Izzy thought it would start.
Unlimited power.
Han, it's your turn.
Hey, yeah, I think we're gonna target the one that's bloodied with this. So.
All right, so you're gonna jump up into the trees so you can also hit it additionally.
Well, this is ranged combat.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so that is 8, and then I get a defense of 5.
Yay, defense.
All right, please list the defense in there. And you dealt it 8 damage, you said?
Yes.
It is going to react by coating itself with its tentacles again.
Oh, it can do that multiple times?
It just had its turn. It had its turn, so it refreshed.
It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage are you dealing it?
8.
Okay, so it can't attack you back or recover health or boost.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it defended for 2, so it only takes 6 of that. However, you've triggered the threshold again, so it's innate ability things. The thing between Minghua and Han, you've opened up like several cuts, and like Minghua, your punch left like a gaping hole in it, and Han with the coins, you're like slashing it, and this green ooze is just starting to leak out of these cuts.
Is it a certain recognizable color?
Oh, it absolutely is. And as it looks down at itself, like its hands, which haven't moved yet, it's just been the tentacles moving around, and its head and body have just kind of been swaying. This is the first time its arms move to kind of like pat over itself because it's feeling, you know, a liquid emerging from it. Looks down at it, looks up, and it's just going to let out a squeal. And then it's going to climb up over the canopies and disappear.
Yay.
So
It's
it is in a zone none of us can see right now.
It is you guys can tell from like the sounds it is making once it gets up above canopy cover. It is GTFOing. I was expecting this thing to at least last till fucking yellow.
So,
Hi, Izzy,
all right.
I punch good when I start in red.
So, Minghua decked it in the face.
Twice.
It tried to attack Minghua, and so Minghua decked it in the face again, and then I threw a coin at it, and then it ran away.
It's keeping the coin.
And Nora threw cherry bombs at it.
And Nara threw cherry bombs at it. It's keeping It's keeping your money.
I don't care that it's keeping the money. I'm not playing Kristoff.
Yep. I feel like... 1 minute. I feel we want to pass to either the swamp or the other thing so we control initiative going into the next turn.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's valid.
Have the only remaining enemy go next.
What the hell is this thing? Who drew boxes?
That was me. I did it to make it a little clearer that the side things are still part of the combat tracker. You can drop those to another layer so that they stop interfering.
Fair. I was just like, what is this thing and who put it here? Fair.
I was making the UX more clear.
Okay, whatever. Who are you passing to, Han?
The remaining monster.
The monster. Okay. I'm just gonna move these guys to the back end.
Mm-hmm.
That way it's easier to see.
To the butt.
Yeah, to the back. Though this one doesn't.
That's not what I said, Izzy.
Okay, so you're passing to tree guy.
Correct.
Okay. Well,
Pretty tight.
Tree guy can do some shit. Maybe.
probably. Okay, let's see what he's got. So as you know, it's going to like kind of look up and see the squid one kind of shuffle away, and it's going to look down at you guys in an incredibly angry rage. It's just going to rear back with one palm, which is about the size of one of the carriages Thomas is pulling, and is just going to kind of slam it down, targeting Han specifically.
I'm gonna say, is it about to hurt Thomas?
It's probably going to leave a nice dent in Thomas, and because it's crushing Han into him.
Oh, well, this guy has to go down now.
Before I die, I wanted on record that Minghua won the Squid Game.
Thank you. So, FYI, Han, this cannot be reacted to or defended against.
Oh.
Yeah.
By anyone?
By anyone.
Well, at least it's going to be a smaller relative hit in that case.
It's max plus min because it's single target.
I said smaller relative, not smaller absolute.
Yeah.
You just had to open your mouth, Nick.
Yep. Alright, so I have good news and I have bad news for you.
How dead am I?
The good news is it rolled doubles, and those doubles are 4s. The bad news is the other die was an 11. So that's 15 damage to you.
Nice.
Oof. Wow, it hits as hard as I do.
Yep. It just smacks down on top of you. Oh! Oh, crap, right. I forgot. I forgot the upgrade on the squid thing. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, it's dead. And by dead, I mean running away.
Yep. With that, it is going to pass to... Let's see. Should I pass it to the environment, to Yira, or to Rizik? I'm thinking it's the environment's turn.
And the swamp is very nice to us and gives us tea.
That's adorable.
So the swamp, recognizing that there's something foul polluting this area, as, the green ichor that was the blood of the squid thing kind of, falls in the belly of the swamp into the, marshy pools, it starts to bubble in that area. And,
lashes out against the tree, clearly.
Actually, the tree is immune to environmental damage because of its villain type.
Rude.
It would have attacked the one you guys attacked.
Oopsie!
But
I was just thinking treetops are my area.
Let's see. The 6 is the mid die, which means out of the bubbling muck, you guys see several plant-like things beginning to emerge. Oh, wrong.
Well, soon we'll be in yellow, and you know what's flammable?
Swamp water?
Yes.
Almost everything.
Plants.
Swamp
Demonic
water.
seeds. Great. I hate this.
Uh,
They seem hostile to us.
they seem hostile towards everything except the tree monster.
Oh dear.
Oh, great.
That's the environment's turn. I guess it's Rizik's turn. Sean, would you like to... Okay, you just want to buff debuff is what I see your last thing on. Is there an ability you want to use? Where is he? Using the anti-demon stuff was tough. Going to target the big tree spirit demon. Okay, sure. Let's see. Hinder using gadgets. Use your max die or your... Okay, roll it and you can decide what you want it to be afterwards.
Oh.
I assume you're going to want your max die, correct?
Oof.
You can either give it a persistent -1 or you can give it a -3. Your choice.
Oh, he's gonna
Use a collection. Okay.
Nice.
-3 persistent. Please put that in the combat tracker.
Oh shit, I could have used that to make the damage even stupider. Oh well.
Did you really need that, though?
Yes!
You might have killed it, actually. It only had 14 HP left.
It wouldn't have been that much of a boost. I could have only gotten like +5 more on one of those, but...
Fair. Alright, and Sean, please mark off yourself as having used... Actually, I'm just going to mark you on the combat tracker that you've used your collection. Which will be green. No, not green. Yellow. There we go. Okay. And I'm assuming you're going to pass to Yira now. Excuse me.
I believe I am the only target left.
You are, in fact. So, Yira, where you going to go? What you going to do?
I believe the answer is you're just going to take a stance, punch, and lightning's going to strike the tree.
All right. Please do.
A minute. 5 damage, ignores penalties, defense, and reactions.
Oh, it ignores reactions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are so fucking lucky. Okay.
Also, Wax, question for you in character.
Okay.
So that's 5 damage, you said?
Yeah, just five true damage, basically.
Just my own. That ability would be beyond busted if I could do other people's.
Which thing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, you cannot give back other people's collections. Okay.
I sure hope not.
No. No. Even if the book said one way, I would say as a DM, absolutely not, because then it would require everybody takes that class, or at least one person takes that class in every party. Like it's
and that's boring.
At least playtesting caught that one.
Yeah. Alrighty, we are advancing to yellow now. And
shall we have me do second verse same as the first, especially because I'm probably going to go down pretty hard the instant anything looks at me funny?
You might want to throw it to me for... Oops, sorry, go.
Is it second verse same as the first? Punch it in the face with the power of a hearse.
Yep. I was going to say, we might want to throw it to me after Mingwa for just hit the seeds with fire.
I mean, do you want me to, Mingwa, do you want me to boost you again before you do that?
Nah.
Okay.
You can throw the boost at someone else.
Alright. Tap to Mingwa first.
Hey, Izzy, I wonder what I'm gonna do.
punch! Okay.
Smash.
Smash?
Oh yeah, smash.
Smash.
Only smash.
We're gonna use a collection, turn that 4 into a 10, and burn another +3.
Oh, damn it.
I didn't say it beforehand, but I had been intending to do it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It makes me feel really bad about doing this then to you guys. It's using a reaction to pick up Yira, who dealt it damage, and put it in front of your punch, so all your damage is instead being dealt to Yira. Because it could just...
Oh no, that's 19 damage.
Actually, hold on. I do have to roll to see, because some of it will get through if the damage is that high.
Oh, no. If it drops me down to red, this is going to be hilarious.
Wait, shit, no, I've still got the +3 from last time. That's 22 damage.
Oh, shit, okay, hold on.
Hold on, I can defend Yira from this.
Some of it's going through.
I will defend Yira from this blow.
Defend against it. Yeah, defend against the attack where you're the only target by rolling this quality. One other nearby target takes the amount of damage... equal to the damage reduced. So it's not the full blow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Or, he can roll a 12.
Hold on.
Rude.
I'm using my reaction.
Izzy, it has a -3 persistent. It rolled a 9.
True.
Oh, okay. It rolled a 9. How much damage was it, Minghua?
22.
22 minus 9 is 13 minus 13.
I'm rolling my reaction.
Well, that's to protect Yira, correct?
Yeah.
It's still taking the 13.
Okay, yeah, but I can still reduce it by more.
Mm-hmm.
Fair, yeah.
So Yira, you're reduced by another 3, and I'm at least going to yank you out of the way and out of its grasp.
Okay. So Yira takes 6 damage then.
Sure. Pass it to me next so I can just hit a lot of things.
Also, I get a +2 from doing that, and I'm using earned treats to cancel the boost it would have gotten.
Okay. Okay. All right. Who's next?
As I say, if you throw it to me... Actually, wait a minute. How much would 13 would not have gotten me down to red. But I can hit lots of things for damage.
Sure, Yira, take it.
So, after it tries to put me in the way, I was like, you know what? You look flammable. As do all of these annoying seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Attack multiple targets using fire.
Sure.
5 is completely average. Do I want to re-roll that? Yes. There we go. That is 6 instead, and I heal 12. So, 6 to every enemy.
I'm not even going to bother rolling their die. They all downgrade.
Nice. I take it they were D6s?
They were D6s.
As all the swamp starts burning.
Alrighty, who would you like to pass to, Yira?
Alright, do we want to try and hit them again, or we probably want to delay his react. Our damage dealers have already gone.
I mean, like, I can attack and boost someone.
I can boost an attack.
Up to you guys.
Does anyone remaining have an AoE to maybe deal with this mob of minions?
No.
Nope.
Nara?
I'm pretty sure the answer is no all around.
I'll suggest letting the enemy go if we have no...
Yeah, I feel like just let the enemy go and so we can set up. So yeah, give it to Tree Man.
Give it to Tree Man?
Give it to Tree Man.
Remember, if you give it to Tree Man, he'll get another reaction to the next hit again.
Oh yeah, but the difference is we can then stack up like 5 or 6 hits afterward.
True.
Alright, so if Tree Man is going next, he's going to do something very simple. He gets his reaction back. He is then going to sink his feet into the muck of the swamp, and it looks like little roots are coming out of the ground, and they're all going to whip up around you, and you guys are just going to see all these vines start curling up around Thomas as though they're about to grab you guys. And then instead, they grab all the demonic seeds.
What?
And pull them underwater. And he's going to heal 1d4 for each of those demonic seeds.
No.
Rude.
3.
I mean, at least he's healing a D4 for each instead of a D6. That's already a massive improvement.
Okay, I actually feel like that's actually beneficial, because like he's going to heal a bunch, but I think between Minghua and me, we're going to deal even more damage.
That's fair.
Yeah,
They're
I watch that reaction.
okay. So,
I can ignore his reaction.
yeah, that is a thing that can happen. So, the demonic seeds are all gone, and then he is immediately going to pass to the environment.
To make more seeds.
Well, we're in yellow now, so yes and no. The environment is going to do two things. Let me just scroll down to my
Does this
notes.
count for my reaction thing, finally, where I can do the, cry for help thing?
No, it has to be when you take damage, your personal zone.
Okay.
So, what he is going to do is I get to roll the environment dice. Where's the D10? There's the D10. And then there is going to be... Okay, that's kind of a shitty roll. So, there are going to be 6 more minions made, but these look different from the last group. It looks like these have hard shells. And they are also slightly stronger because we are now in yellow.
Those like shells made out of like bark.
It's like made out of bark and rotting swamp material, and unlike the other ones, which looked like they were like moving vines and twisted plants, it looks like it's just the shell. The interior of this thing is all of that green goo. And
Thanks, I hate it.
as you should. In addition to all of that, all of you are going to be taking 2 damage.
What type?
I'm gonna go with plant. It's
Okay.
it's environment. Environment hits
Right.
everyone.
My defense triggers, I take nothing.
Okay. I mean, it's
Sorry, Izzy, can you repeat?
2 damage to everyone as these things kind of bubble out of the swamp, and then the vines around them are going to lash out at each of you.
Minghua is the most hurt, so I'm gonna defend him.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Yeah, Minghua, you take no damage.
Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Rizik, you also
do
take...
do you want to be dragged somewhere in the scene?
Nah, I'm good where I am.
Okay.
Minghua smash.
Okay. With that, would anybody specifically like to go next? Otherwise, I will probably pass it to Rizik.
I think Rizik's probably a good pass.
All right. Sean, you good? Okay, cool. You get a +1 to your next action. It is now your turn. What are you going to do, Rizik? We'll create a device to help Yira. Okay.
Nice.
I'm assuming it's going to be like a firebending amplifier something or other.
It's just an aerosol spray can.
You've heard of fire extinguishers. This is...
A fire extender.
Yeah. All right. So your choice...
Make things flammable.
A +3 or a persistent +2?
If it's persistent and exclusive, does that mean that you have to choose between using that one and the, like, bonuses that you've gotten from hero points?
No, those are not exclusive.
Yeah, it's...
They're themselves.
Yeah, no.
Okay, got it.
Its own exclusive is you can't stack it with other things that are also exclusive.
Right, I just couldn't remember whether those also counted as exclusive.
I don't believe they are, but
They definitely do not.
Yeah, I mean, like,
definitely
you can
not,
only
they
use
just-
one of them at a time, but...
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Rizik, pass to me next.
All right. So, Sean, you good with that? Persistent +2. Please put that in the combat tracker. Yura, you have a persistent +2. And Hotaru, it is your go.
Okay, I'm going to use stone sculpting to give a boost to Yira.
Okay.
And let's see what I get out of this one. Let me see what I roll. Oh, that is a wonderful roll. I'm actually, you know how much I love this roll? I'm changing that 9 to a 10.
You don't want to change the 7? You don't want to change the 7 to a 10? Oh, you
No.
can't. You can't.
Doesn't matter. Either way, a 10's going to be the mid-die if the change
That's it.
happens.
if we're wanting me to hit the thing, you want to boost electricity, not fire. But actually, no, boosting fire. So
I know. Hold on, I'm being creative about this. So I take the bit of air, things in the air, and I condense it into a lodestone, and I like chuck it right at the tree monster, embedding it in its chest.
Nice.
You makeshift lightning rod.
Yup.
Nice.
Okay, cool. This thing has taken 10 damage.
It's not using its reaction on that one, is he?
Speaking of which, I use my reaction restore my collection. Ha-cha-cha.
Ha-cha-cha-cha.
Can it... Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to use its reaction on this one because it's not an... Oh, does it count as...
It's 10 damage, but Nick Wall might come in with a punch.
Yeah, it's fine. He's good. He's good.
He's got this.
He's got other reactions, not just that one. It's fine. It's fine.
A rock? It's just a little rock.
It's just a little rock. It's a big deal. It's only 1 cubic foot of earth. That's all that.
I meant to use a boost on that. Oh well.
All right. Who you passing to? You got.
I mean, I think it's lightning time, isn't it?
No, haven't gone yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have to go to one of them first.
Fair. Oh right, yeah, because you went at the beginning. I guess. Nara, does Nara make sense next?
Either or, it's up to you.
Let's go with Nara.
All right, Nara, you're up.
Hello.
Hello.
Kenzie,
I forgot that sign-ups for tonight. Fine, I'm here. Doing things. I can hinder or I can attack. Which do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to do the other thing again, or what do you want me to do?
Well, if you hinder it, I can, my hit won't, when it does its stupid, like, reflection reaction, it won't be able to hit as hard, so maybe hinder it.
Okay.
Then I can hit it and boost Yira, and then Yira.
It says also hinder any number of nearby targets.
Oh, definitely do that then.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, do that, because then you can hit all the stupid seeds, too.
So, I will do that.
oh my god. Okay.
Hey, Izzy, are we kind of taking this fight handling this fight better than you expected?
Alright. I just take a fucking firework that I have in my bag and I set that off, and so it explodes in the air and blinds them all temporarily.
Sure.
Or is the fact that we're punching actually going to backfire on us? We'll find out!
You'll find out very soon.
Smash. Only smash.
I'm wondering if out is when Mommy shows up and is mad that we've been smacking her kids around.
You'll find out.
know, right?
I don't think you're killing this thing by the time you head out. From your
considering that the other one just straight up fucking fled.
Yeah.
That sounds like you chase it down.
Bitch is what it is.
Alright, so how much is this, Nara?
It's my max at 1 of the 5s.
Hinder any number. Okay, so...
I mean, that's still a hinder of 2 to a lot.
Yep.
To everything.
Alright, so put that in the combat chapter, please. All of them have a -2. -2 all enemies. And with, and with that, we're going to move on to Han. It's your go, sir.
Okay.
Right.
I'm checking out again. Bye.
Winds of Fortune.
Winds of Fortune!
And I'm going to use a +2 on that. Okay, so... Alright, so it's going to take... Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Does an 8 to a 10 improve a boost at all?
No, an 8 to 11 is a +3.
I think that does actually improve. That gets up to +4.
Nope, you need 12 for a +4.
Okay, then we're just gonna boost. So we're gonna use the +2 on the damage. So it's gonna take 9 damage, and I'm boosting Yira for a +3.
Okay, please mark that in the combat tracker. This thing takes 9 damage, no reaction.
So what we're doing is we are throwing a bunch of copper coins at it and embedding them next to the lodestone to make it even more conductive.
Please add that description to it. All right, Han, you guys are now in joyous red. Who's going next.
So Yira and Minghua can both do big hits, but Yira, are you going to do a single target or hit multiple?
I mean,
So
I can boost Yira again.
It's more that if Yira does a single target and this thing has any spread damage or something else, I'm down. So there's that to contend with.
That is fair. So my single target is use mid. It gets no reactions.
Okay, yeah, no, do that.
Unless, Izzy, am I allowed to spend hero points on using a new red ability instead?
You're supposed to pick those up in between sessions.
I know. Fair enough.
That is like
I think I might actually need to retrain an ability to get a finishing blow thing.
Fair. I mean, you guys are very close to your next collection.
I think Minghua should probably go first either way.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because if you've got a decently sized blow, then I can...
It's...
The reaction shutdown's actually pretty big, so...
That's fair. I have, what, +2, +5? I have +7 on reaction shutdown. How much damage have we dealt this thing? Because I'm not sure that's enough to finish it.
You guys have dealt
It's not, but I can give you another turn.
I know. Fuck this thing. Lightning straight at it.
So I think this goes to Yira now.
Okay, Yira.
Yeah, we are in red. It's time to use that nice lodestone for no reactions, no defense, no penalties. Wait a minute. Okay, with 7 plus...
I'm sorry, you got a +3 for me, not a +2.
Yep, 7 plus 7, so 14 damage that just is true damage.
Okay.
And if you want to kick it to me next...
Sure, let's kick it to Minghua next.
I'm sorry, how much was that again? I'm sorry, Yira.
14 damage, it doesn't get defense or reactions or penalties or reductions.
Yeah, make sure you mark what boost you used.
Yep.
Well, one of them is persistent, so I don't need to worry about that.
You used
add reaction checked. Add reaction checked. So I'm losing 6 damage on the next one of those, but... Oh, wait, no, that was 8. Sorry, 15, Izzy. Not 14.
It is squarely in yellow now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Minghua. Ooh, nice.
It's time for the Cannonball Act.
Well, I lose 5. Oh, also, Izzy, it is hindered 7 because I'm in red.
Please add that to the combat tracker. So that's a -2.
Yep, did not change. Yep, so combat tracker.
So you take 5 damage, but gain a +3 boost, and it's your turn.
Or did you just fastball special?
Yes, that's...
Yes, I absolutely did fastball special, except it's called Cannonball Act because I'm an escaped circus animal.
Mm-hmm. So, Yira, now flying through the air, goes, oh, wow, I'm apparently above it. You know what strikes very well from heights? Lightning.
More lightning! Oh,
so this is just a +2, so I'm at +4 for this one.
You have the +3 from me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, +5.
Yeah, the Cannonball Act does give you a thing.
That it does, and I took the damage. 1 minute, let me go check to see if I want to spend any of my other boosts on this, because why not? I don't like this tree. This tree is rude. I'll spend a +2 to make this increase damage.
Lord, question off topic, because I must...
Die reroll. Izzy! 12 more damage to this thing.
Let me look that up for you, Lex.
I'm really curious, because I have scoured the book, and I don't remember that ability.
It's under psychic reactions, I believe. It's a red ability.
Neat.
Yep. Izzy, 12 more damage and another -2 hinder.
Please add that to the combat tracker.
See, the hilarious part is I have animal control because I pitched it to Izzy as cartoon logic if all animals can talk to each other.
You're not wrong.
Do I pass it to Rizzik and we go for 3 for 3?
To answer your question, Sean, because I did just see it in off topic, each of you may only use give time once in a given round. You may pick the same target because the damage.
Right, it just means we can't give time back and forth.
Yeah.
We can't juggle.
You
give time. Okay, you did give time.
Yeah.
Yes, I did
give
give
time.
You can't trade health for boosts indefinitely in a given round.
Yep.
Before you do one big thing. All right, so I take it that means Rizzik is going then?
I'm questioning the team. Do we want to try to go for 3 for this? Or do we want to get other boosts up first before
I feel like other boosts first might be better, or like maybe if we want to instead spend around like blowing up these seeds again so it doesn't...
I mean, we could also give a few boosts, give you time, and then you can use that set of boosts on a blow up everything.
That's fair. I probably want to blow up everything to at least hit these seeds, so...
Exactly.
That's Potaru.
Okay. When you use a boost on an AoE, I forget, does that only apply to one target? Or
only one target, which is obviously going to be the tree, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, if that's the case, I mean, I'm just going to keep using stone sculpting because it makes the most sense to do.
Okay.
And well, my lodestone blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's going to be coated in charcoal. It's very flammable.
Okay. Roll it, please.
We'll make the shirt go far.
Also, be right back, Bio.
I like how we can hear the what the fuck in Izzy's voice during all this at what we're doing.
Just like he had enough upgrades to get triple digit HP.
Well, boy, I'm going to turn that 1 into a 10. That's for sure.
All right. And it's...
have natural 4s anyways. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Amazing!
You can't even be mad at that, Izzy.
Because what did the doubles let you do for that one?
Oh, if I roll, it's your old ability. If I roll doubles, I get to attack.
Amazing.
How much damage are you dealing? Are you boosted at all right now?
No, it's only going to be 4 damage.
Fuck you! It's picking up Minghua.
Am I down to 1 HP? Am I down to 1 HP then?
Yeah.
I'm gonna defend Ming-Hua.
I'm also going to defend Ming-Hua.
You just used your react. Wax, you just
All right,
used
you go
your
do that
reaction.
first.
Wax is recharging your collection of reaction.
It doesn't matter for me. Oh no, I'm not in red.
I'll just do mine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All of this will be going to Ming-Hua if that's the case. Okay, roll air, please. Oh,
Defend
fuck!
for 7.
Fuck off! Fuck off, all of you! Fuck off, all of you!
I heard the
He's carefully laid plans to murder us.
I am in red, so it doesn't matter. But Dan helped anyways, so don't worry about it.
Fuck all of you! Okay, fine. Yours boosted again. Who are you passing to, damn it?
Does anyone want to boost Yura before
I can boost Yura.
All right. I'll pass it to Han.
Han, your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing I just did. Windfall! With a +3 boost. And let's see. I guess we're gonna use that on the oh wait, no, I can use it on the max die and turn that into a 12. Excellent. So Yura gets a +4 and 6 damage to the thing.
Posted.
Oh no. Are we No, we're roboting. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to disconnect and rejoin. Why? Hello? Hmm. All my carefully laid plans. Okay, hopefully we have no more robot. Let's see.
You know my thoughts on that. I think you should.
All right, I return, and oh, look at that! You guys lost the fight, isn't that
You wish.
You wish, Izzy.
All right, so I apologize. You all were a robot for a bit. So whose turn is it becoming?
I think we're trying
Hana
to
just
figure
did
that
a
out.
thing. I forget if we...
Does anyone else can anyone else do shit for Yura?
I think Rizzik can also give time.
I think.
But do we want to do the thing before we give time?
Well, Nara's the only one left after that.
Okay, yeah, let's give it to Rizzik.
Wait, I can do the hinder all of them again, or we're in red, right?
You are in red.
AoE hinder is actually a really good idea right now.
I mean, you could always, hit it for lots of damage and take another major twist.
Yeah, that's true. I have the fuck you attack.
Do not.
Yeah, I have the here's Bazoo attack and the fuck you attack.
Right,
I love those, but oh no, do not.
The fuck you actually doesn't take a twist.
Fuck you is actually incredible in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
That's why I called it fuck you.
Yeah, all right.
Fuck off. Fuck you.
I think if I'm trying to kill the thing, Nara AoE hindering to try and make the shelled demonic seeds less bad might make sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially if we hinder them to the point where they can't, heal him very well.
Assuming they do heal him, but yeah, let's go with that.
So yeah, we're gonna hinder everything again, and I guess I'm gonna set off another firework, because my brain doesn't want to work today, so...
That's fine.
Fireworks!
I've been there and I sympathize, Kenzie.
I'm cold now, I'm in my basement and my sweat has cooled.
Oof. -2 to everything, so I believe that means they're all at a -4.
Yup.
Good.
And the big guy's now at a -6.
I'm aware, but he doesn't roll a saving throw.
Enemies minus 2. Fuck all of you enemies minus 2.
Yep. All right, fine. Rizik, it's your turn.
I think unfortunately think Rizik giving time to Yura to maybe finish the big guy is the plan.
Yeah. Okay, crunch time. You may use it.
Laura, you don't want me to take another major twist? Fucking unleash hell again?
I mean...
All right.
I did it for you, Laura! I was
know,
worried about
it was
you.
entertaining, but also, oh no.
Okay, so Rizik,
Let me do the giant fuck you major twist instead.
Rizik, what's your crunch time going to be? Is it an attack or a boost, or is it a hinder? Or hell, is it an overcome?
Into the air.
Launch
Also,
More
Max,
boost.
what your boost was in combat tracker.
Boost. Okay, so let's see. It's a boost using the mid, and it's a boost using the max. So those are two separate instances of +2, so a +4 total. And you take 6 damage, Yura.
Yura's fine.
Oh my god.
I'd like to point out that you approved every single character here.
I did.
And Izzy, we learned lessons from the Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, yeah we did.
All right.
I was expecting you guys to get this thing down to half health. I was not expecting you to get it down to 1/4 health before this thing ran out.
Again, we learned how to make characters this time.
Yeah.
We did. All right.
Excuse you, I had a fantastic character last
You
time.
did, but I guess I'll put it this way: we learned how to be efficient this time.
Fair.
All right, friends. The question is: do I try and hit the little guys too, or do I just fuck up the big guy?
I mean, if you think you can kill him, just fuck him up.
I will point this out though, Nick. Most of the boosts have been specified for firebending, like the charcoal dust and whatnot. So
Yeah, fuck it, burn everything.
Burn it down.
All right, you know what? Fuck, burn everything. Get back to full health.
We're a tabletop party. The answer is always fire.
Fireball.
The answer is always fire. Wex, what was your boost?
+3.
So that's 7. 7, 9. Okay, we are going with burn everything.
So what's the total boost? I'm assuming it's all going on against Big Boy.
Oh yeah, the +9's going against the big boy.
Oh god, fine. Okay, roll it, please.
All right, so
Please-
that's my first roll. So
please-
first off,
please-
re-roll that.
Please print your ability too, so I can see how fucked I am.
Print.
Use your mid die against each target. Take an irreducible. Oh, shit.
Re-roll all.
Sorry, I just noticed the emoji Izzy responded to me with in general.
Yep. All right, Izzy.
Yep.
So, 14 damage versus Big Boy, 5 damage versus everyone else.
Sweet Lord. Okay, he's still up. And how much versus all the little guys?
5 versus all of them. So everyone is hindered. Everyone is hindered 4, which means a -2, I think.
Yep, that's correct.
Why are they all hindered?
Because I'm in red.
Oh, you've got an 8.
Endurance fighting.
Is that
Smoke obscures and thunder deafens.
shit? Okay. All right. So they are all at a -4 for a save against a crap. What was the save again? I think.
5. So they are at a -2 versus a save against 5, and he is at a -6 just from Yira.
Oh no.
Well, there's also the -4 from...
They're at a -4. The hinder you're giving them is applied after they roll their saves, which they're all failing because they're at fucking -4 and they're rolling d8s.
How much do they have to fail to double downgrade?
In this, it has to be double their die. So
I say, actually, are they minions or lieutenants? Because if minions fail, they just die.
Wait, what?
These guys are lieutenants.
Yeah, if minions fail, it spawns 6 lieutenants?
Hold on a
It
second.
fucking spawns lieutenants.
It's this is a domain class. he works in conjunction with the environment. He didn't spawn it, the environment did.
He's a swamp boy.
Yep.
He's a swamp boy. Okay, yeah, so these guys all downgrading,
I like them downgrading.
though it's kind of a mood point.
Everything's so on fire right now.
This world is on fire.
Alright, so with that, who are you passing to, Yira? Big Boy or the environment?
I'm gonna pass the big boy first.
Okay. I'm going to actually give you guys a clap. You guys have dealt this thing 77 damage in 3 rounds.
Nice. How much damage did we deal to the other one?
Not nearly that much.
No, but we still dealt a sizable chunk.
Yeah.
I think it was like 40-something.
yeah.
We smash hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when I enter a fight in red, things get real bad for the enemies.
I told you we figured out how to make characters.
Yeah, that said, this guy is using a ability which I wasn't planning on using, but I decided to give him a safety. So
Yeah, and Izzy kind of wants revenge after what we just did.
little bit. So he's using an ability to trigger a major environment twist.
Oh,
God.
Oh boy.
1 category farther to the right than you guys presently are.
Which is impossible.
Actually, because of the trigger for the scene changer, this means 2 things are happening. First off is he is going to reach up and slam both of his hands into the ground. And all of these little shell guys are going to launch out of their shells like cannons, peppering all of you for 3 damage each. What's also going to happen is the...
Did you remember the hinder from Yira in that damage?
Let me take that back.
1 damage each!
1 damage each to all of you. So,
And what type of damage is this?
projectile, I'm going to say.
Is it physical damage?
Yes, it's physical damage.
Cool, I don't take shit.
Okay, have fun.
Wait, we all get what?
Take 1 damage.
Okay.
Who's just because I can, who is the squishiest right now?
Don't bother damaging me. I'm not taking damage from this.
Okay,
Mingwa has VR because he a tank.
right, but who's the squishiest then?
Han, probably.
Han is lowest health. Yura heals herself to full again.
I guess me,
Han,
yeah.
I'm gonna try and defend you.
Okay.
Yeah, Han.
Han, I believe I defend you because there's only 1 damage.
You do realize anybody say they're going to defend now, you don't take damage because it's 1 damage and you can't roll lower than a 1.
I still wanted to roll Izzy. Don't deny a player wanting to roll dice.
I'm not going to deny you rolling dice.
He said this is inefficient but also hilarious.
The second environmental twist, as he sinks down into the swamp is going to raise and elevate. Has anybody ever seen footage of those hurricanes when the waters rapidly rise and it just sweeps people away?
Yup.
I don't like this.
That's what's happening to all of you, and as you're each pulled down through the undertow, you will eventually go dark, and you will wake up some time later. You're not sure how much time has passed, and looking around, you find yourselves alone in a mysterious, foggy swamp with no one else nearby.
When you say alone, you mean each of us is isolated from each other.
Correct. And
God, we're going through the fucking swamp spirit journey.
yeah, it happened in both seasons.
Yup.
Damn it.
With that being said, I'm going to take you guys back to the world map, and we're going to reset the tracker back to green. I'm actually going to use the smaller tracker, like I did in the previous one. But I would like to know, who would like to wake up first?
What feels most cinematic, folks? Because we should definitely do this in the most cinematic way.
I vote Nara.
Yeah.
I feel like it's either Nora or Yura who's like,
Oh, I think Yura's last.
Wait,
Yeah,
why
you're-
me?
I'm either first or last. There's no in between there.
Small child waking up all alone in a dark place.
Yeah, small child.
Okay. Do you want me to cry? Is what you want?
I think Yira has the most. I think like it should be like kind of like reveals based. So I would say whoever has the biggest reveal should go like last.
So guys, I'm telling you this right now. There's a reason I'm putting you on the small tracker. There's going to be 3 rounds of this, and they're all going to be slightly different. So pick your poisons carefully. I've been looking forward to
I feel like I should either be first or last, and I accept last.
Okay, again, it's going to be 3 rounds. You guys choose it. So Nara, you're going. Who did you guys decide to go first? Was it Nara or was it somebody else?
Nara.
Nara. Yeah. Nara. Okay, I can close Demon Spawn Tree. Nara.
Yes.
All right. So Nara, as you wake up, you're looking around the swamp. And this is kind of a general overview for all of you as you cough up a little bit of, the brine of the swamp, look around, you smell like all the foulness and disgust of the swamp, and yet as you look into the mist, it's almost as like the light's playing tricks on you guys. You can't quite tell whether it's day or night. You see things shimmering off in a distance, unable to quite make out exactly what it is, and then you hear the beating of things on logs, animals croaking in the distance. Sometimes it might be a howl, sometimes it might be a poodle frog. You can hear the elbow leeches swimming through the waters. There's sounds, the smells, it's all overpowering. And as you blink and look around, things just don't seem to be quite right. And Nara, as you, blink the water out of your eyes and, you trying to sit up and look around from your surroundings, you hear a familiar voice. Just calling out to you. Nara! Nara!
Hello?
And you recognize this voice. It's your dad.
What?
Nara! Come on! It's time to sell cabbages! Where are you? You look around, Nara, and suddenly you're no longer in a swamp. You're back in your home, sitting up in your room, and you can hear your dad's footsteps coming up the stairs. He's clearly calling you, and you know what it's like to go out and sell cabbages for a day. What do you do in this moment?
So I'm no longer I'm sitting in my bed?
Yep, you're sitting in your bed back on Whaletail Island. You're not in the swamp.
I sit up. I look around. I call out for Benoit.
No reply.
That's what I assumed.
Actually, as you call out for Ming-Hua, you're going to hear a voice in the back of your head. Who the hell are you calling to, Kit?
Bazu?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm always with you. You know that.
Yeah, but... What do you mean, who's Ming-Hua?
Who's Ming-Hua?
It's my nanny. It's the goat gorilla we've been with.
The who now? Kid, you been eating those rotten cabbages your dad brings home? You know you shouldn't be doing that.
No, what do you mean? We've been traveling. Why are we home?
You start hearing outside your door, you hear knocking. Nara, you in there?
Dad? What's happening? This isn't right. I pinch my arm really hard.
You still feel as though like this is right. It's what you feel like, even though this seems weird and off, somehow inside of you it seems right.
And I don't feel any like water or anything like that.
Nothing like that. You just see your home.
Okay.
And like in the back of your head, you know that like your dad's out and he's going to, be there selling cabbages. Out in Whaletail Island, all your friends, little Timmy and the others are going to be out. They want to play games with you.
That's just a really vivid dream? Did I dream Minghua and Han?
I mean,
I saw so much stuff. How long have I been asleep?
Boss just been like, I just slept a normal amount. It's the morning. Sun's rising as you look out your window, up over the ocean. You can see the traders out on the docks. A bunch of kids are already out and about playing. People are starting to set up stalls for the day. Question is, Nora, what do you do in this moment? Are you going to stand there? Are you going to wait for your dad?
Am I on the second floor? What floor am I on?
You would be on the second floor.
Alright, well, I don't really feel like selling cabbages, so I'm gonna sneak out the window and not sell cabbages with Dad today and try to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Okay. You have jumped. I'm not even going to make you make a roll. You've done this a million times. You're going to jump out.
Giving off work.
Jump out the window, scale down. You're going to hear a very confused, Nora? Nora, where'd you go? From your room. And
Hi, Dad! I gotta go!
So, Nara, you've chosen to shirk responsibility and run off to have fun. Good to know.
Of course.
Who are you passing to?
Han?
That's good.
Han. Okay.
All right.
And again, as these are going on, guys, part of you knows this isn't right, but at the same time, like, there's a deeper part of your mind and soul that wants this to be true. At least the good parts. Like, for you, it feels very real and is happening in the here and now. For you,
I
Han,
love spirit visions.
For you, Han, as you wake up, you open your eyes and you find yourself waking up on BB. You feel her soft fur caressing your bald head. And you look around and you find a bunch of smiles and giggles and laughing happen. And you find yourself back at the Southern Air Temple. You see a couple of your friends running around. They're, monk outfits. You're wearing one too. Yours is probably a little bit dirtier than everybody else's. And you hear a call off. Hey, Han! Come on over here! We just invented a new game. You want to play?
So Han is going to kind of groan and sit up and kind of rub his head where part of him knows hair should be hair, but not enough to care. Oh, yeah, sure, all right. So we'll kind of get up and give BB a couple scratches under her chin, and Han knows that he should be, being responsible and looking for his friends and figuring out what happened, but I don't know. Haven't had a home in a long time, so it's nice to be back home again. So he's gonna follow the voice and go off to play.
All right. And Han, as you go off to play, you see one of your old friends, Lynn, is going to be like, "Oh, Han, good, you made it. Have you learned the new technique that Aang made?"
That airball thing?
Yeah, we've all figured out how to do it. We're starting to do races down along the side of the temple. If you can skim it, and then you can go cloud surfing by jumping off. Made a finish line and everything. You think you can manage it?
I'll give it a try. I'm still a little wobbly.
So for this, Dan, I would actually like you to make me an overcome.
Okay. Am I allowed to use any, powers for this?
Whatever you want.
You know what? I think Principle of Liberty seems appropriate for this.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I think probably air plus
acrobatics, most likely. This is a
yeah,
race.
It's gonna be a terrible roll.
And whatever
Which makes sense.
And whatever your HP is in presently.
So that's a 5.
5. Succeeds, but with a minor twist. So, Han, you managed to get the air ball started, and everybody else manages to, start the race, and you manage to play along for a bit, and well, just because of your general know-how with airbending, you've always been just a little bit lacking. As everybody else kind of pulls ahead, in the race, and you try, speed up, pushing the air scooter to be a little bit, faster than, it should be, yours just starts to dissipate. And you find yourself out of the race really before, as everybody else goes screaming past you. What do you do in this moment?
Well, it wasn't that fun of a game anyway. I'm gonna kind of dust myself off and kind of disappear into one of the archways where just kind of out of the way of everyone's racing, and pull out my bison whistle and whistle for BB.
Are you gonna go anywhere?
Yeah, it's still pretty early in the morning. We could probably make a quick we could probably make a day trip to Whaletail Island and back. We'll get an earful from the monks, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay. And so, Han, when things started to get a little bit difficult, even though you felt at home and with family, you decided to turn and go enjoy the pleasures of Whaletail Island. Who would you like to pass to, Han?
It's nice to be able to go there without responsibility. We will pass it to, you know what? Let's finish up the family trio, Minghua.
Sure.
And save the horrifying Firebender trio for second? Cool.
Yes.
Minghua, you wake up to the sound of accordion playing and tambourines. Step right up, step right up! The Flying Opera Company is going to show you the greatest show in the world! Step right up, get your tickets here, get your tickets here! Where is Minghua? We need our star. Where are you, boy?
I'll go lumbering towards the voice.
Yeah, so Minghua, because of stuff we've already talked about, as you look around, you recognize the tent. You recognize the stage off in the distance. You recognize this handlebar mustache of a man wearing, a long, red coat with some kind of face paint on. But as far as details, you're effectively looking at people the same way, I think it was the final episode of Ava did it, where everybody is just kind of a silhouette with no defining features.
Yep.
Are we going to be made of tang in a minute?
Yes, you will be made of tang in a minute. I have drawn the x-axis. Minghua has to walk on the ground. As you lumber forward, there you are, boy. You look fantastic. And as, person is going to start patting you down, wiping the, dust and stray strands of, straw off of your majestic-looking red robe.
My what?
Your red robe. As you... hurry up, Minghua, you're about to go on. And as you're, heading off towards the stage, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. And you are dressed in regal red robes with a imitation fire insignia crown placed upon your head, and face paint and dark black lines under your eyes. And you hear the trumpets calling from out onto the stage, and you hear other people from the Flying Opera Company saying, "All bow before the Fire Lord!" And that's your cue to step out.
Oh, I am strutting.
Now, Minghua, as you strut out onto stage, there are many people who are laughing, many people are giddy, and the performance is starting, but there's this one person in the crowd. Boo! Boo! Angry. And again, you look back there, you just see like this blackened shadow silhouette there. And as this person is booing you, they're picking up like, you know, buckets of firecracker popcorn and like, you know, overripe vegetables and just tossing them at you. And one of them smack in your face. You know, it's, you know, overripe juices kind of smearing across you, leaving that smell in your nose. In this moment, what do you do?
I point imperiously and very haughtily at the person doing this, and then like, you know, God, get him. And then I scrape some of the rotten fruit on my face and hurl it right back.
Okay. So, in a sense, you are staying immersed in your role.
And having some fun.
Okay.
Gotta put on a show.
All right, who would you like to pass to?
Let's hand it over to Rizik.
All right, Rizik. Sean, I apologize. I know this is going to be difficult because you are going to be on text unless you want to join for voice for this bit. Up to you. I will keep my eyes attack. I'm on the in-character track. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. All right, so Rizik. Yeah, this one. Sorry, I had to look at my notes.
Mm-hmm.
So Rizik, as you are waking up, you just hear a voice. Rizik, honey, it's time to get up. Are you ready to go? And you recognize this voice, Rizik, to be that of your mother's. And as she walks into the room, you have very much just shrunken down to the point where you are almost at, you know, the same height as her knee. You were a small child, not really gifted physically or, you know, in any bending prowess. But your mother is coming in, and she's asking you if you're ready to go off to the fair today. And as she does so, you know, she's looking at, you know, a bunch of, you know, little doohickeys that you have scattered across your room, probably a couple of, you know, model tanks, or even some, you know, strange flying contraptions that you know, thought up in your mind, kind of like hanging from your ceiling. And she's going to kind of like scoop you up in her arms and, you know, take you outside. You're not a very big child, after all. And as you're doing this, it's almost as though like there's like this grand festival where people are, you know, showing off all the elaborate and amazing technologies and arts and sciences of the Fire Nation. And as you're standing there, you know, mother carrying you around, you are able to visit all kinds of stalls where, you know, you can test things out. And, you know, you just feel ideas starting to bubble in the back of your mind, under your consciousness, like, you know, if I was able to apply this to maybe this kind of application, we could do it instead, and it would be so good. And you end up in a large grouping of people almost near the royal palace. And the Fire Lord comes out, and he gives this impassioned speech about how it is your duty as citizens of the Fire Nation to spread the prosperity of our great nation across the entire globe, using whatever talents you have available. I call all of you, those of you young, those of you old, I call you to action. We must share the gifts of our glorious nation with the world. We cannot allow it to go stagnant. The impoverished water tribe, the distant and spread out earth kingdom, and even the aloft air nomads, they could know greatness if only being guided and led by our hands. As The Fire Lord says all this, Sean. You take it all in, and you probably have a very... Well, I'm going to ask you what you feel in a minute. But as you look up to see your mother, her face has both a very proud expression on it, but at the same time there are tears welling up in her eyes and slowly trickling down her cheeks. In this moment, what do you feel? Okay. Conflicted, worried, and confused. Oh, your mom is just going to, again, you're kind of accepting the fact that you're just a kid again. In the back of your mind, you know something's not quite right. Like, you've already lived this. But at the same time, it's nice to be a kid again, even if for only a brief moment. As for your mom, when you ask her why she's crying, even though she has like a very proud look on her face, she's just going to be like, oh, don't worry about it, honey. It's just... I wish your father was here to see this day. He wanted to spread the technology of our great nation to all the corners of the earth. He said that if there was anyone who was going to be able to surpass him, it would be you. Keep his flame alive in your heart, son. Always. How does that make you feel? Okay. All right. Sounds good. Who would you like to pass to then, Rizik?
Pick me.
All right.
Seems legit.
Again, guys, this is only the green one.
That's fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm actively taking notes on your guys' responses.
I'm very
No,
happy.
no, take your time. You have a lot to juggle.
I'm also very happy to keep this order every single time, since it feels like the appropriate order of trauma.
Works for me.
Yeah, seems fine.
Okay. Apologies that took so long. Also, if there was a specific order, I am not paying attention to it. Who was for Nara, Minghua, Ha?
It was Nara, Han, Minghua, Rizik.
Okay, I'm just going to put you guys in that order then, followed by Hotaru, and then Yera. Hotaru! Let's see, what's for you?
Fun times now.
Oh, this just makes me look lazy going back to back. Hotaru! Hurry up, lazy bones! You wanted to go to the art exhibit today, didn't you? You find yourself waking up, Hotaru, in your very clean, very, sparsely decorated home in the colonies. Mostly Fire Nation decorations, but your room you're allowed to, at least, mix and match a little bit of Earth Kingdom, a little bit of Fire Nation. The rest of the house, though, especially the public areas for entertaining, all Fire Nation decorum. And you recognize the voice as belonging to your mother.
How old am I right now?
8 to 10-ish.
Okay.
Like, you've definitely, at this point, discovered your abilities are not in firebending and are in other disciplines.
Right.
But that's still very much a secret.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Come on, honey. You want to see the art exhibits, don't you?
I rub my eyes and then kind of realize what she's saying. Smile cracks my face, and I quickly pull on clothes as fast as I can and run out to the kitchen.
All right.
Or whatever the common room is.
Yeah. No, your mother will be there. She's prepared a breakfast for you. And are you excited about today, honey? It's very rare, but like this is a rather big celebration for the Earth Kingdom. And your father's going to be away for most of the day. So we'll be able to see so many pieces that I've wanted to show you for years.
I nod very excitedly, quickly munching on breakfast. Dad, it's okay that we're going?
I told him we were going to a art exhibit. He told me to take you to see a couple of the more dramatic and historical Fire Nation bits, but I think we can make a few detours for some of the more local architecture as well. And he doesn't need to know all the details, right? She's going to say, winking at you.
I giggle a little. I know. Can you tell me more about what we're going to see? I've only seen it in the picture books.
Well, let me tell you something, honey. Seeing it in a book is one thing, but being up close, being able to touch it, being able to really feel what it's made out of, it takes it to a whole nother level. Now, that being said, I know you're not going to have as much chance to, really study. Oh, I missed that. Okay, no problem. Sorry. I know you're not going to have a chance to really study many Earth Kingdom artists very often. So I want you to really take everything you can in today. But also, I want you to pay just as much attention to the artists from the Fire Nation. You are, after all, a child of both worlds. And you need to find a balance in there.
I nod, though I look a little somber at that, like I'm thinking about something.
What's the matter, honey?
Why don't we tell Daddy about that? Why can't we tell, if I'm supposed to be of two worlds, why can't we tell him that? You tell me I should be proud of my earthbending, but why can't we tell Daddy then? Wouldn't he be proud of me then?
Of course he'll be proud of you. Your father is... How do I put this? He's incredibly dedicated to his country. And before we had you, he spoke of, wanting a child to be just as strong as him and to train, them in the how to be the best firebender ever. And while he doesn't love you any less, your father is a creature of habit. He's been striving so long to fulfill this one wish of his. I don't know where he got the idea from. But I want you to be happy being who you are and not being who somebody else is telling you you need to be. You need to make your own decisions.
Okay. I think, I'm not sure I get it, but I'll try. Mommy, you know what would make me happy though right now?
What would make you happy, honey?
We can go to the art exhibit soon.
We'll go right now.
Okay. Let me finish up my food. I scarf the rest of it down, give her a hug, and I'm like, thanks, Mom.
Okay. Hotaru, in this moment, what do you think your father thinks of you? And again, in the back of your mind, you know all the things that have happened since. But in this moment...
I think at this age and at this moment, he just doesn't understand me the way I want him to. And that maybe if he could just learn, get to know me better, or get to know who I am and not what he wants me to be, he could learn to love me.
Okay. And with that, I believe we're going to jump over to Yira. Yira.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Yira. Yira. So, you currently are a little unique compared to all your comrades.
Yep.
As you wake up, it's almost as though you are on a cloud looking down. For you see, you're not actually in the events that you're witnessing right now. You look down, and you recognize the humble village of Cragsai, where you had traveled to many, many years ago. And you see a weather-beaten old man, clearly wearing a chieftain outfit, very regal, full, long flowing robes, black vest with symbols of office stitched into them, and a hat that is almost as tall as he is wide. And he is standing there, looking over a balcony at a smoking volcano. And behind him you see a person about your age, wearing what you can only assume is some kind of like black ninja outfit, minus any face coverings, with a sword on their back. It's just like, Master Sho, how can you speak like that? You know what she did. Like, I understand what she did, but I also know the girl that she was, and I have total faith that she did what she thought was right. She has always been one who has followed the path of righteousness. And I can only hope returning towards what people would consider to be the more civilized world will keep her on that path, and not cause her to stray, as so many others who have joined the military have done. She has a good head on her shoulders, Kazu. You should remember that. You two were friends for a very long time. And this person, Kazu, in this ninja outfit is just going to look down just like... But it was a long time ago. She's clearly changed. You heard about what she did to the Potu village? I think I got that right. And he's just going to shake his head and just be like, after everything she has done, she has literally spat in the face of your teachings. She doesn't deserve forgiveness. We need retribution. She has turned your teachings and twisted them into something foul and awful. And Master Sho is going to shake his head again, just be like, my teachings are to teach people how to use fire for good. From both on high and down below. There are two sides to every coin. It's important that each of us finds balance. And you demanding vengeance at this point is not any form of balance. It just continues a cycle of destruction. And that would be what goes against my teaching more so than anything else. Kazu's just going to look down, shake his head, Just be like, after all she's done, all the people she's hurt, it can only end in blood. When I see her, she'll have to duel for her honor with an Agni Kai. Yira, as this scene fades and the fog kind of swirls around, what are your thoughts? Whose side of this argument do you agree with more?
It's not a question of who do I agree with more here. Because to an extent, they are both right. There are things, there are duels that need to be done.
Okay.
There are people who need to be struck down more, but once that is done, that is a duel the Era will definitely accept, because he's not wrong. Just because he's not wrong doesn't mean that it is the time to actually do such a thing.
So you accept
doing good and actually doing good. Thinking you are righteous and actually helping are different things, even if they can both be true at the same time.
Okay. And just from how you said that, I take it you're very much set and unwavering on that path right now.
Oh, right now, absolutely.
X.
The path is very much, boy, have I done messed up things. Boy, are there things I still need to do before final judgment comes from that.
Okay. With that, everybody, the smoke will fade and enrapture all of you as we switch over to yellow. Did you guys want to keep same order, or Yira, would you like to pass to someone different?
I see no reason to change the order right now.
Okay. Nara, are you there?
Yes.
All right. So Nara, as you step away from that scene from earlier where you were running through the fields, or not the fields, the city with your friends trying to escape cabbage duty, you find the fog swirling around you again. And this time, it doesn't seem to dissipate. It is literally as though you are standing on a cloud. And you look around and you see your friends there. You know, the ones you've just been running with. But they look different.
So, like, Timmy, or are we talking...
Timmy, your other urchin friends, as you look at them all, you still see them. Like, you see Timmy with his, scruffy blonde hair, his very round face. But as you look at him, he almost starts to, morph and become pale, and his eyes get darkened, and he becomes one of those white spirits that you guys have run across so many times. And as you look at all your other friends, they do the same thing. They kind of shrink and become these white spirits. And then, just as soon as that happens, much like the phases of the moon, they start to grow back into like their previous forms. And it's like a constant cycle, like every couple of seconds they become a white spirit, and then they slowly become themselves. And it just keeps oscillating back and forth. And as they see you there, they're just like, Nara, it's so great to see you! And they're going to run over and hug you, and depending on what stage in this cycle they're in, they're either going to be hugging you around the shoulders or hugging you around the ankle.
This isn't causing them pain in any way, it doesn't look like?
They look happy as clams.
Okay.
How are you doing, Nara? It feels like it's been forever since we've seen you.
Timmy, guys! Are you alright? What's going on?
Oh, I mean, we were going to ask you the same thing. How did you get here?
What is here? Where is here?
Well, this is part of the spirit world.
Bazu? Are we in the spirit world?
Bazu is not with you right now. Completely silent in your head.
Oh no.
They're gonna be like, yeah, don't you remember? Twee took us here. Oh God, I mean, it must have been like years ago at this point. It's great to see you, though. How have you been doing? It doesn't look like you've aged a day.
Wait, Twee?
The moon spirit.
No, it wasn't that long ago. No.
Really? No, it feels like it was forever. And as they're saying this, you know, they're aging up to themselves again, and then they're reverting back to these white little things. In the few seconds,
shouldn't be here.
Nara, quickly make me an insight.
I don't have insight though. I guess intuition.
Intuition and otherworldly mythos.
Okay.
And you're in yellow.
5.
5 works. Okay. Minor twist. So as you look around, as they're flickering in and out, you're noticing directly above you guys is the moon. And whenever the moon is full...
is the moon also rapidly shifting?
Yes. It's going through phases. As the moon is full, they look like themselves. When it wanes and waxes, they are shifting down. And when it's a new moon, they are white spirits that glow slightly translucent.
So can I extrapolate from this that time is faster here?
Yep, you can. Something weird, timey-wimey junk is going on here. And just like, yeah, we're so glad, that you came, Nara. We've been alone up here for so long now.
Alone?
Yeah.
What about Twee?
She was going to find more people who she said were lost spirits, and she never came back.
How? So can we go somewhere else?
You might be able to. We're kind of stuck here.
What do you mean you're stuck?
Well, this is the spirit world, and we're spirits now. We can't really go anywhere else. We're not strong enough. That's why it's important that Twee is here. She protects us.
But she's not here, you said.
Yes, but no one else can get in. Until you came in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got here.
How did you get here?
I don't know.
You're really good at sneaking in.
I guess so. I was in a swamp, and then I woke up at home, and then I went out to go find you guys, and then I was here after I was running through the city.
Huh.
But the city's gone.
I mean, I remember that day. That seemed like decades ago. When we were all running through the city.
No. The city is gone.
Yeah. No, I remember.
You do?
I mean, it was there, and we were there, and then I wasn't there, and then the city stopped being there. I remember all that. I heard somebody giggle.
Oh, I've been laughing for a while. I muted myself before, but now I can't help it.
I'm legitimately confused. I don't know what I'm doing. This is actual Kenzie confusion.
Don't
know what to do.
Don't be confused, Nara. Just remember, like,
why is Bazu not here with me? He should be here with me. He said he'd never leave.
Oh, I think Twee said he's not allowed up here anymore.
What the how? He wouldn't leave me, so how did I get here without him?
I don't know. How did you get here?
I don't know. I fell asleep. Can I, like, call out to Bazu somehow?
Okay, so Kenzie, in the far, far back of your mind, you hear him calling back to you like an echo. He's not gone, but his presence is very much being muted by where you are.
Okay, interesting. can I call out?
Call out to who? Oh no, are we roboting again? Can someone else say something? Crap! Damn it! Do 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 do. Of course. One Mississippi, two Mississippi. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep. Oh, this is not good. No route? What does this even mean? Oh gosh, this is... Oh, I heard lore. Alright, I think that fixed it. Alright, water break. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Okay.
I think wibbly wobbly timey wimey and your friends burned to death a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Thank goodness. Okay, so Kenzie, getting back to this. Yeah, no, they're just going to kind of like tell you like that it's great to see you and ask if you want to play a game, and it seems all nice and comforting where you are at this point in the spirit world, but there's nothing else like it just seems to go on forever, and there's part of you that almost dreads this. But for everybody else,
this seems hella boring.
Mm-hmm. And with that, Kenzie, the fog is going to swirl again, and you're going to disappear from this place. And I guess we're going to move on to Han.
Okay, then.
All right.
Han. Similar to what Nara just experienced, you're also getting a bird's eye view of an event that you're not actually a part of.
Okay.
You recognize the buildings as the lower outer district of the Earth Kingdom capital of Ba Sing Se. You see this grand structure being built, a massive wall, hundreds of feet tall. Excuse me. Teams of earthbenders are, stationed around, but they don't seem to be doing anything. And, your gaze kind of shifts over. It seems like there's this one strangely positioned hut, outpost, something, just kind of, like, not far away from the wall. Oh god, am I roboting again?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, good. And it seems like your consciousness is just being pulled into there.
Right, I guess we're going in there.
Yeah. And inside you see your boss. Looks frantic, overworked. Looks like his he hasn't seen the sun in days. His skin is starting to, like, turn gray. His hair is going pale. Like, his eyes are bloodshot, and he's looking around like he normally, keeps things very tidy and nice and, dare I say, posh. But this little office almost looks like a shack. It's not what you would expect from Francto. And it almost looks dirty. And there's going to be a loud rapping on the door. It's like, oh, come in. And a bunch of people are going to come in and just be like, look, we can't keep working, there's been more expenses that are just piling up, and, like, we can't do anything else there until, we get the right riggings to set it up. And Francto's just been like, oh, how much is this going to cost? And, like...
Han has literally never heard him ask this question before.
Yeah. No, you haven't. And they're going to, like, give him an estimate. He's going to, like, reach over and, like, very carefully count out an amount of money and hand it over to them. And they're going to leave. Important note there, Han, as your consciousness was scanning over the wall, the rigging was already there. All of it. They just haven't put it up yet. He's just been like, oh, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh, where are you, Han? I need you so much right now. Another loud rapping is going to be coming through the door. It's going to be, and before he even has a chance to tell the person to come in, door is going to fly open, and it's going to be a group of 4 men in green tunics with the Earth Kingdom symbol emblazoned on their chest.
Fucking Diley.
Wearing these wide-brimmed hats and wearing stone gloves. And they're going to come in and pretty much just slap a order down on the table, and Francto's going to quickly take a look at it. And, you can read over his shoulder. It's some, bureaucratic BS. Francto's like, oh, what now? By order of the King of Ba Sing Se, because you are in a zone, your little shack here is in a zoning district, we are here to collect a tax from you until it is moved and construction is completed. We're also hitting you with several fines for delay in production. Delay? But, and Han, roll me business acumen.
Sure.
You can use your max die. This is not complicated.
7.
7? Yeah. You've seen scam jobs before, Han.
So has Francto.
So has Francto. Unfortunately, what you have never seen before, Francto has often normally resorted to one of 2 ways of dealing with this. He's either, thrown so much money at the problem that people will stop bothering him, or he has called a scam for a scam out as a scam and made it legitimate. This is neither of those things. It literally looks like for the first time in your life, you've seen your boss without any real form of power. And, literally the Daily are going to, walk behind him, grab sacks of money, and walk out. And as Francto just kind of, turns around and looks at his, dwindling coffers, he's going to rub the stubble on his face and just be like, what else could they possibly do? And, right now, Han, having seen this, how would you fix it if you were there with your boss?
Well, first thing would be information gathering, figuring out where the bottlenecks are, whether it's from the contractors, whether it's from the bureaucracy at the Capitol, kind of track down where and what the problems are, and then figure out where the wheels need to be greased and how to, and who we need to get on board to kind of keep things on track and stop this frankly shocking level of negligence on Franco's part from continuing. Because he clearly can't hold this together by himself, nor should he be by himself. I'm certainly not his only assistant.
Yeah, no, that's the other strange thing. He should have a lot of other people there with him, but they're nowhere to be seen. Alrighty. With that, we're going to jump over to Minghua.
Alright.
Minghua. Another opening, another show. Same show this time, in fact. You come out on stage dressed like the Fire Lord. Some people are laughing. But this time, there are others very specifically that are not laughing. And these people are dressed like Fire Nation soldiers. You know, fire up in their hands, literally lighting the ceiling on fire and coming forward declaring that the Flying Opera Company is now under arrest. The actors, your company is starting to scatter, running in every direction, which way. The people in the audience, especially those who are laughing, are trying to duck under benches and like sneak out the back, even though everything is on fire. In this moment, as everything is falling apart and the world is in flames, what are you going to do?
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't need a lot of time to pack punches.
No, you don't. It's more that my brain.
This time.
It's more my brain is making dial-up noises, trying to figure out what to do.
I mean, the answer can be Minghua blue screens on stage.
I mean, that can be the answer. That might be the answer because that's what it defaults to if I can't figure anything out. Yeah, Mingwell's probably going to start... I'm so sorry, I'm completely blanking on this.
It's okay. The soldiers are coming at you with what appear to be large, heavy iron chains. And like a neck collar and oversized gorilla goat handcuffs.
Yeah, we're taking off the crown, chucking it in their faces, and scarburing.
And scarburing?
And, like, fleeing.
Okay. Fair.
Flee and live is an important strategy in life.
Now, as you are fleeing out the entrance, the one thing I will point out is you see several members of your company running, trying to get away. You see the ringleader, the ringmaster of this equivalent circus, getting knocked over and grabbed, along with a few of the actors not far behind you.
Yep, doubling back to help them.
You are doubling back to help them. Okay.
I am doubling back to help them.
Alright, with that, Minghua, we're going to fade out, because at that point we know the story. As you double back in an attempt to help, you were captured alongside them. But the fact that you turned to help them speaks volumes.
Yep.
Rizik, your turn. You still there, Sean?
He exists.
He exists. Awesome. So, Rizik, you find yourself in one of the labs at the military facility. You see Director Kresh there, the head of your division. He's saying, there's a lot of big plans coming down the pipe for the glory of science. And this guy, he looks insane. He's got, thick rubber gloves on, pair of, goggles that, reflect any light sources that are coming out, and hair that looks like he has been, building up static electricity for months. Just out in every direction. guy looks nuts, but for some reason, whenever he speaks to a military commander, it seems like he's on the same page as them. And he's going to be coming over and just be like, Rizik, have you worked on those gear trains? We're looking for big locomotion here. What have you got for me? And at this point, he's mostly talking about the Pratt. You know that.
Please hold while typing commences.
Yep. Sorry. Also, Wex and Nick, you guys are on deck, so boot your brains.
I have no idea what to expect from you here.
I'll boot them anyway. Gear trains are fine, but we still don't have a strong enough power source. You see literally like that anime reflection over his glasses happen as he's like,
God damn it, Gendo.
Oh, don't you worry about the power source. We've got that covered. It's going to be something incredible. As long as this thing can travel as fast as you claim it can, our military will be unbeatable. It'll get our main prototype out into the battlefield, and it will be unstoppable. And it's all thanks to you, Rizik. Through all the hard work you do and put in, no one has an innovative mind quite like yours. You're even better than your old man was. Is he typing?
That sounds about right.
Yep. There was a frown at that. There was not a frown when this memory originally happened. Okay. Yeah, no. And he's just going to look at you and just going to be like, you've been doing such great work recently. I'll tell you what. If you get this gear train installed into the prototype rapid armored transport by the end of the day, I'll send you out into the field if you want. Need a couple of upgrades to do out there. That way you can really see the good work our boys in arms are doing. Do you like that, son?
That sounds great.
I'll take a poll after round 2 is done, Mingma. I don't think round 3 will take too long, but we'll see what happens. Alright. So, Rizik, the question here for you. Okay. Sure. Rizik, I'll give you this one actually for free, which means you're not going to get a question because you're getting information. Director Kresh will actually pull up the specs, and you've seen almost all of these. Does not have the power source, unfortunately, so you don't have that. But the one thing it is showing in a little bit more detail is it's showing the third car, very specifically where that big workbench that isn't a workbench is. And how it's actually meant to be a maintenance chair for the new big project. Top secret. And the only thing you know about that project, knowing everything that's happened to you up until this point, and thinking about what you know now from looking at these blueprints, is that some of the stuff that you guys saw on that beachfront with that division of the science division, were smaller models Those were smaller models that were just proof of concepts for a single part of this big-ass prototype, which is nearing completion. And that's where I'm going to leave you off with. Next up, Hotaru.
Okie dokie.
Hotaru, you remember this day? It's been burned into your mind.
Oh no.
You were just escorted down a long hallway, everything made of metal, by 2 guards, yourself in prison garb, led into a room and effectively chained and put in a big metal box with just a couple of bar slats to look through. Looking around, the room is completely bare. A few metal tables, a couple of chairs, but no one's sitting in them. You're all alone in this room. And you're miserable. You know what's happened to you since then. So much loss, so much pain. And as you look forward, there's a pane of glass there. And while you distinctly remember, you couldn't see anything through this glass and you couldn't hear anything through this glass. Now, you can. And through this glass, there's a conversation happening. There are several Fire Nation engineers sitting at different panels, adjusting levers, twisting knobs. And in there is your father, General Seckham, and Director Kresh.
I'm going to listen closely because this isn't right, but I'm far too curious. I need to know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, before you couldn't see them, you couldn't hear them. This time, somehow, you know what they're saying. Your father's just going to be like looking around, like face red, furious, blood pulsing through his cheeks. Disgraceful. But even if she's not a firebender, we can still use the power she has, harness it for the glory of our nation. He's going to turn around and say, "Do it now!" And then one of the engineers who's at, a table is going to be like, "Sir, are you sure? I mean, she is your daughter. Your own flesh and blood." And Seckham's eyes are just going to light up with fire. And he's just going to say, "I have no daughter. Not anymore." And he's going to look at Kresh and say, "Who is this?" And Kresh is going to wander over and say, "Ah, yes. This is one of our best and brightest."
Oh, no.
What do you think?
Oh, yes.
Where do you think this is going?
I blame Izzy.
Someone that I don't know very well.
No, he's going to say this is Zakir.
Oh. I don't think I've heard that name before.
You have not, most definitely. This is Zakir, one of our best and brightest, coming up through the ranks. Just like, and Sikkim's like, "Zakir, ah, yes, I heard about you earlier. Didn't you recently get engaged?" He's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, General." "Ah, right. Well, how would you feel if I told your fiancée that she was planning on marrying a traitor?" "What? I'm sorry, what?" "You see, everything we're doing here is for the glory of the Fire Nation, the good of the country. Disobeying me, that level of disobedience, is akin to treason. All we are doing here is trying to move our nation's interests forward, trying to procure the great, bright future for not only our country, but every nation on Earth. We're making the Fire Lord's dreams come real. And if you plan on standing in the way of that, then that's treason. But sir, with all due respect, how could doing this in any way effective? You will press that button now and obey me henceforth, or I will put an end to you myself. The nation has no room for treason. It has no room for dissenters. If you dare question me again, you will be dealt with severely. Now, do it! Director Kresh is going to stand back. He's got a little smirk on his face as he stares at this guy, Zakir, and looking very smug. And Zakir is just going to be like, he's going to turn a knob and, push up a lever. And Hotaru, that's when the chamber that you're in is going to be filling with gas. And very soon after, you are going to fall into a very, very deep sleep.
Okay, then.
I think I know where you guys thought that was going, but
I still have suspicions. How do you spell Zakir? Can I ask that?
Zekir.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I don't recognize that name, but I think I know where that's going.
You should. Yira.
So which cloud am I standing on this time?
You're not actually. You're just looking around and there's smoke. And there's smoke. And a lot of smoke. And as you look around at all this smoke, you're noticing that where there's smoke, there's fire.
This often happens.
The swamp around you is on fire, Yira. And are you going to go towards the smoke or away from the smoke?
Which swamp am I in?
The Foggy Bottom Swamp.
Is that the one that we were just... this is me, the player, being slightly like...
Yes.
Is that the one we were just in?
Yes, yes. It's literally the only swamp in canon. Are you going toward...
to go see what this looks like. I know it's a mistake, but I'm still going to go see.
Okay. As you approach, you see the smoke literally billowing, and you're looking and you're like, oh wow, the thing, all this plant life is on fire. The lily pads, the leaves, the vines, and as you keep heading towards where this plume of smoke is coming out of, you're noticing wait a minute, the water shouldn't be on fire.
I did light a lot of fire here, didn't I?
Yeah, and as you get closer and closer, the smoke gets bigger and the flames get more and more intense. And as you get closer, you actually brush against one of the flames at one point and it burns you. It burns you.
That seems weird.
And then you look
Sus.
And then you look closer at the flames and you're like, oh no. There's this incandescent green dancing inside of them. And then you hear a noise to your right, and you look very quickly. And a figure emerges through the vines. I'm going to pull the image.
Hi there, Hellfire Bender.
Exactly. He pulls apart some vines, and you're staring face to face with the Hellfire Bender. And he just looks at you and shouts, "Yeah!" And he attacks you.
Hellfire Bender, your buddy.
I am out of character. I'm pretty fucking certain he is. In character, there is now a fight. Are we actually rolling dice for this, or is this in narrativium space?
This round is narrativium space. Red and Beyond, which the Beyond is definitely next session, will be actual dice rolls.
Okay.
That all being said, I know it is approaching late. Are you guys willing to go 15 minutes later for me to do the red round? Or are you?
I don't got work tomorrow.
Yeah, I have the federal holiday, so I don't mind going a little late.
Okay.
And I have work tomorrow, but I also work remote, so...
Yeah, Sean, how about you? I just want to hear from... Okay, cool.
Apparently, most of us here enjoy federal holidays.
I don't. But that's okay.
Really? That's
I don't have tomorrow off, but that's okay. I'm getting energy from this session. I've been planning it for a while.
It has been fun.
Thank you. With this, guys, this is going to be Red Tracker. This is also the last round.
Okay.
Now, I am going to ask you guys this. I am going to say Yira has to go last because of dice. Actually, I take that back. Yira, you don't have to go last. That doesn't matter. I know how that's got to end. Would you guys like to change up the order? I'm giving you this option now.
Do you have a good GM reason to change the order?
I'm asking you guys for your reason. Honestly, it's awesome either way, I think. It doesn't matter.
I like the current order.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine keeping the order.
Okay.
It feels appropriate.
All right. That said, Nara, you're up first. Han and
hit me.
Han and Minghua, you guys are on deck. Please boot brains. Actually, you guys might not need to based off of what you have here.
Brains.
Lindsay's being cute.
Oh, Nara.
Is it proper time?
So
Lindsay's been wanting attention and love.
So, Nara.
Yo.
As the smoke clears and you find yourself looking on another scene, you haven't experienced this yet, but you're kind of looking down from with your head in the clouds, as though like you descended from this moonscape spirit world and are just hovering over a city. And
Did I die?
That's a good question. And as you're looking around, you're noticing that there's definitely some strange architecture, like very proper countryside, probably Fire Nation. And you see a young boy running around, and it looks like he just set fire to a storefront shop. And this old man is like hobbling out of the store, like trying to grab a bucket of water. His hands are shaking, and he's trying to throw it on the flames. And like, because he's shaking so violently, like he's missing the bulk of the flame and just getting a corner. And he's going to, turn around and rush back to a well, and rushing for him is like, a step and then holding, like grabbing his back, heading over to a well, refilling the bucket, and then trying to get back to his shop to recover anything before the entire thing turns to ash. And then you hear a voice, and you recognize this voice as Bazu's. That wasn't funny. Why'd you do that? Oh, come on, Bazu. It's all in good fun. It's just a prank. You told me that. As long as, it's fun and he doesn't get hurt, it's not a big deal. And Bazu's just going to be like, but you're destroying his livelihood. Like, there's nothing funny about that. It's like, oh, come on. After all the pranks we've pulled, throwing tomatoes at people, messing up stalls, this is nothing. It's like, no, this is taking it too far, kid.
Wait, who's the other person talking?
It's Bazu talking to some boy.
Okay.
And the boy's just be like, come on, Bazu, you've been doing this for years now. Going a little bit further can't be out of the realm for you. You've had to have done something like this before. And you're just going to hear Bazu being like, having fun is one thing, but you also need to know when to stop. There comes a point when a prank goes too far. I've lived so many lifetimes, and I've learned that. And it doesn't take a lifetime to learn that. What's the matter with you? Why are you just so prone to violence? The kid's just going to shrug and say, well, if you don't like it, just deal with it. It's not like you can do anything about it. You're stuck with me. And Bazu's just going to be like, no, kid. I'm not stuck with you. I'm done with this. And you're actually going to see what looks like a glimmering blue fox kind of step out of this boy's shadow and completely separate, disconnecting as though there were strands of the shadow that were holding him in place. And once they fully separate, this fox spirit is going to look at the boy and say, "Take care of yourself, kid. I hope you grow up and learn lessons from this." And the fox is going to turn and start, heading off towards the woods. And the boy is going to be like, "Fine, Bazu, go ahead, leave. Be like everybody else. You know what? I'm going to find another spirit. A spirit better than you. One that's more powerful. One that'll help me change the world. Make all my dreams come true."
God damn it, is this Suzin?
And Bazu is just going to walk away and just be like, "Yeah, sure you will, Secum. Sure you will."
Is that Otaru's dad?
That's
That is my dad.
That's Otaru's dad.
Well, this is not fine.
Han's turn. Hi.
Wait. What was...
This won't be depressing at all.
Okay.
Congratulations, Nara. You got a glimpse into Bazu's previous child.
Can I clarify something before we continue? We're not seeing each other's stuff, right?
Okay, I was going to say at the tail end of this, all of you get glimpses of everybody else's because the swamp,
Okay.
the swamp connects you all.
Okay.
He just likes us having dream sequences in swamps, apparently.
It also makes a lot of sense in every canon I've done it in thus far.
I blame
Oh,
Tagabah.
it does. It does. It's still funny.
Yeah. All that said, I wasn't going to tell you guys this until the very end, just so if you weren't paying attention, it was a dream from somebody else. You weren't paying that much attention. Han. You're on Whaletail Island with BB.
Do I feel like this is the same day as the first vision, or separate?
You're a little bit older.
Okay.
You were relaxing, enjoying life, doing things that most air nomads never dreamed to do. Probably not quite able to walk straight, but you've got BB there.
Eating meat, right?
I don't actually know. Do you eat meat, Han?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, eating meat, probably enjoying a drink that you're way too young to enjoy.
You're such a bad air nomad.
I'm a terrible air nomad.
And
Establish this.
And as you're like, yeah, no, time to go. You're getting on BB, and you're like, all right, BB, time to go home, and get on BB, and you're flying home. And as you're like halfway there, you can see the smoke pouring out of the temple.
The hell?
The sun is setting, and it's just giving this orange glow to everything. And from it's very sobering. You immediately can see straight and are intensely focused and looking around. You were only away at Whaletail Island for a couple of days, but you can see Fire Nation warships have surrounded the base of the mountain where the temple is located. It looks like there have been scaffoldings of some kind built leading up to the temple, and most of the temple, from what you can see on the outside, is just burning and crumbling. And you can see soldiers walking around. You probably get close enough to see the airball field where you and many of your friends used to play. Simple game, wooden ball, pushed around by air. Even you were good at it. It was more luck than it was skill at times, but you played well enough. And across that field, bodies. Both Air Nomad and Fire Nation. Some of them landed on the tops of the spindles where you played the balls. Others fell down below into the pit where, if you ever touched the bottom, you were out. But bodies. And as you get closer, you can hear ruckus going on inside. Is there a roll? There was no roll. Han, as you hear all this commotion and see all this, what do you do?
Well, the first time Han saw this scene, he had started flying closer to see if anyone was alive, see if maybe there's something he could do, but the noises and the shouts of the soldiers scared him off, and he and BB just ran. This time he's going to fly a little closer, find an unguarded spot to set BB down and have her go hide, and then try to investigate the noise.
Okay. Han, I would like you to make a stealth check.
Oh, this is going to go great.
Okay.
Can I roll air for that? As the power?
I will allow air and acrobatics.
Okay.
And red. Well, it doesn't matter for you, but...
Yeah, it really doesn't matter for me. I'm going to burn a +3 on this.
Okay! Good.
Well, that's a 6 with the +3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a succeed with a minor twist. Okay. So, Han, as you head in, you see a lot of death. You recognize many of the faces here. Even some of the, your fellow classmates you didn't like. Some of the teachers you didn't like. But it still hurts all the same. We're so young and full of life, giddy, airbenders. And yet, now, they're gone forever. And as you wander around, you see a bunch of Fire Nation soldiers surrounding one air nomad. You recognize Monkey Yatso. And you've never quite seen one of the elder monks in what you would claim is a blind fury before. Monkey Yatso is alone in a room with at least 20 soldiers trying to throw fire at him, and there is just this vortex of wind spinning around him that he is sending skyward, making a vortex, and that's the reason most of this building is crumbling. It's not the firebenders, randomly shooting it. It's him redirecting all this fire upwards. And as he's doing so, the soldiers that are getting closer to him are just starting to collapse. And as you look closer, you're actually seeing he's pulling the air out of their lungs as they get too close to him. And then their bodies are getting consumed by the blazing inferno that is swirling around him in a twister. He's not stopping moving, but it seems like the Fire Nation is determined to get this one monk. And they're just shouting at him, "Tell us, old man! Where is he? Where's the Avatar?" And in a blinding, you can't tell if it's rage or if it's tears. He's just like, "He'll be safe, and you'll never get your hands on him. And then when he comes for you, everything you've done, you'll pay for this." And as he says that, the wind is going to expand outwards, a blazing inferno, cutting down half a dozen Fire Nation soldiers with their own flames. Before Gyatso finally gives in, and the Fire Nation soldiers in the back of the room finally get him with flame strikes. convinced that he is about to expire. They're going to leave before he can do any other damage. And in this moment, Gyatso is going to look around at all the fallen airbenders, all the life lost, and his eyes are going to make contact with you. And he's just going to say, "Protect the Avatar. Train him." And then he's going to... his head is going to fall. Expired. Do you have any questions about that?
Why are you like this, Izzy?
Because I'm a terrible human being. We know this already.
Jesus Christ.
This is established years ago.
Do you have any questions about that?
I mean, the sequence of events is pretty straightforward.
Very specifically, the last thing he said to you.
So he told me to find the Avatar and train him.
Yes.
And protect him.
Yeah, protect the Avatar, train him.
The fuck am I supposed to train the Avatar in anything? Unless... Okay, no, alright. I think I know what the canon changes he made is now.
With that...
Are you his best friend?
No, because Aang doesn't need to be taught airbending.
I mean, my suspicion that I sent to Izzy a while back is that Aang did not survive going down in the ice, whether or not that straight up broke the Avatar cycle.
Yeah, it seems to be more or less confirmed that Aang is dead at this point.
I'm gonna just... I'll pose this question to you guys. Is that cause or effect?
Good
That's
question.
True. That could be an effect. That could be a side effect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so find the Avatar, protect him, train him. Alright, well, I guess we have another goal to add to the party list.
I mean, we are...
Whoa, okay, but then, like,
I'm gonna throw
it
this
would be a
out.
Water Tribe person that's, like, what, 3? 4? How long has he been missing?
I don't know, it's been about 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 20 years. Okay, never mind then.
I mean...
Why did I assume it was, like, 5 years?
No!
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we're just a slightly realigned Avatar Helpy party.
Remember, Han was a teenager when this happened, and he's in his mid-30s now.
Speaking of...
I honestly forgot how old you were.
No, if you like legitimately think about it, we're just the endgame Avatar party shifted one slot.
Yep. Speaking of which, I'm gonna jump ahead before we get too far off track. Rizik. So fun fact.
What about me?
About Ming-Hua.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already dragged you down. I didn't realize it. sorry. My bad. Ming-Hua.
Ming-Hua, you're done. You already got yours.
Hey.
Ming-Hua, this is gonna be short. This is gonna be sweet for you.
Okay.
And Ming-Hua, much like Nara and a few others, you're viewing this one from up above. You're viewing a metal carriage being pulled along by ostrich horses, with Fire Nation insignia emblazed on it and bars on the doors. And looking inside, you see the hazy faces, but you can still make out the face paint of the Flying Opera Company. And, yeah, they're just talking, like, what's going to happen to us? They're like, they're taking us back to Pohai, a village destroyed long ago by the impending storm. You're like, are they going to kill us there? No, they won't kill us. We'll be prisoners of war for a time, but I'm confident we'll be able to make our escape. But sir, they're Fire Nation. Yeah, they're relentless. They'll kill us at the first chance they get. Now. I thought I tried to teach you this a long time ago. It doesn't matter what nation people come from. Some bonds are much deeper than where you were born. Some bonds, there are bonds of truth, bonds of justice, bonds of camaraderie. And even though we were not born in the Fire Nation, I am confident that we will find comrades who will be willing to aid us and help us escape from this trial. But boss, how can you be so certain of that? I mean, they're all military. They're really strict and everything. Yes, they might be military. They might answer to a captain, or a major, or even a general. But, young one, never forget that I am a Grand Master. And we have yet allies in not only the Fire Nation, but across the world. And that's all you get, Minghua.
Fucking. Okay.
I'm assuming you know what that means.
I mean, do you want me to say out loud what I'm suspecting?
You can type that to me if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
Next up, Rizik. So, I have a special. Rizik and Hotaru. You guys are getting you guys are getting the same one.
Why would that be the case? I dealt with Zakir. That's not like
there are no problems here.
So in this case, Rizik, you're kind of looking on overhead. Hotaru, your consciousness is still in your body. But from what you can tell, you're in some kind... That metal cage you were in before with the chains and whatnot, it's filled with some kind of liquid. And there are, like, things attached to the outside. Rizik, you recognize this from the exterior to be some kind of containment cell, often used in prison for Fire Nation people who've gone awry. Along with a lot of the other devices that are used from the Bio Division. Hotaru, this is the first time you're actually seeing this, obviously. Yeah, Secom, Director Kresh, and several other engineers are in this room. Rizik, Director Kresh, and Secom, they look young. Well, Director Kresh looks the same. Hasn't aged a day, pretty much. Secom, as long as you've known him, has always been a silver fox. Gray hair, pretty much through and through. In this, he only has a couple of streaks of white along his temples and a little bit of graying in his beard, but still mostly, you know, more pepper than salt at this point. As, he's doing this, he's like, "Is it ready yet? If this succeeds, we'll be able to move forward for the glory of the Fire Nation." Director Crush is sitting there. He's, pantomiming with his fingers, tapping them on the fingertips. "Yes, this will be the greatest innovation ever created by this nation. A genius in both mechanical and bioelectrical engineering. Something for us to truly strive towards as we ascend into the future." "Yes, Crush, yes, of course." "Like, are the charges ready? Are they prepped?" And again, there's going to be that one engineer who's going to speak up and saying, "Sir, we can't do this." "Oh, not this again, Zakir. I've told you, she's just a tool. She doesn't matter." "Yes, but sir, what about all those innocent people?" "Zakir, there are no innocents in war. Everyone is a collaborator or a conspirator. That's the truth of the world. But sir, how can you be so ideological after all this time?" "But sir, it's your daughter." "I've told you this already. I have no daughter." And it looks like Zakir is about to, shed a tear almost.
Am I conscious? Am I conscious for this?
In the present, yes. Back then, you were not.
All right.
And as this is happening, Sekhem is going to wander over to Zakir and say, "You've just started a family, haven't you? Got a little toddler growing up?" Like, yes, he's mechanically inclined, just like me. It's like, oh, excellent. He'll be an amazing asset to the military someday. He's going to put his hand on his shoulder and just be like, "I'm tired of hearing your prattling, though. Maybe someday your son will be able to replace you and do the work you never could." And with that, he's going to cough into an open fist, and the hand that is on Zakir's shoulder is immediately going to spout flames, immediately incinerating the man.
Wait, what did he do?
He incinerated the man, cooked him in the armor that he was wearing. A pile of armor just kind of collapses onto the floor. For the two of you, since you're both Fire Nation, you would know it takes an incredibly hot amount of flame to immediately incinerate a person like that. Almost unnaturally so. Beyond the level of a normal master. And as he's doing that, he's going to look around and say, "Now, does anyone else have a problem with what we're doing? No? Good. Kresh, to the station." Director Kresh is going to wander over and take Zakir's place at the station and saying it, "With this, we'll be able to finally move forward with the Fire Lord's plans. Now, initiate the charges." I'm going to press a bunch of buttons. There's going to be bubbling in the tank that's currently holding Hotaru. Release the seismic dampeners. Let's see if Avatar Roku can survive this.
Wait, what? Now the timeline makes more sense.
Yep.
Wait, what?
No, wait, I have questions.
So Hotaru was locked up a hell of a lot longer than we thought.
How old am I?
Hotaru, you're Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
No!
Yeah! Because that was Rizik's dad we just saw getting incinerated.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I thought that was Rizik's dad, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
The timeline makes no sense.
I don't look that old.
No.
Yeah, I thought you looked like you were like 15.
apparently you were on ice for a while.
Yeah.
15, but I thought I was like 19.
Okay, so very quick point of interest. Rizik and Yira, because you'll have seen this afterwards, both of you know General Sekhem to be a silver fox, completely grayed. In this vision, he was more pepper than salt. So
I was wondering about that the instant you mentioned that. I'm just like, okay, so the timeline's hinky.
Yeah, and Hotaru, you never knew your dad to have any grays. He was too proud of. He was too proud of a man.
Hotaru was born before Avatar Roku died.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hotaru is actually the oldest one here, technically.
Oh,
Interesting.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bazu, though.
Earliest birth date.
You're in the same thing of like how Aang is technically older than fucking everybody in timeline.
Yeah.
I never did give context with the Avatar.
No, you didn't. I took a lot of advantage of stuff you guys did not give me in backstory.
Yup.
Speaking of which, Yira, lucky you don't actually get a backstory punch. You are actually going to be fighting.
You know, punch.
Punch. Yeah, you're fighting the Hellfire Bender. Here's the thing, though, Yira. It looks like he can mostly walk through your flames. Like, it seems to hurt him, but not nearly as much as you'd hope, whereas his fire burns, like, with an intensity that you've never felt before.
That is why lightning is here.
Okay, as soon as you try lightning, there's this pack on his back, and it's going to have an arm kind of reach forward, and it's absorbing the lightning. And as it happens, you're literally seeing this green stuff get injected into his arms and legs from his back. His veins are going to start pulsing out. His muscles are going to expand, and immediately toned, and he's going to just let out a rage cry, and his flames seem to get even hotter.
Is this the very familiar color of green?
Yes, it is. Also, Yera, rather than this being a straight-up fight, there is a thing that you guys did earlier, which means I am making a single roll from him. No, not robot, not now! No! Okay. I just type in off topic. If you can hear me, type yes. I think Discord might be dumping. Okay. Weird. Alright. I'm going to say a 2-minute break, and I'm going to bypass the question this go around. Be right back. Alright. Darn, I can't believe this keeps happening this session. Alright, let's try again.
Wex, I heard that.
Alright.
I heard you.
Yay,
Like
it's
magically
fixed.
fixed itself.
I
Okay.
think it literally happens every hour and lasts for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it seems to be.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made a note of memorizing the time last time.
Yeah, I think Laura's right. It literally is every hour, and then it's exactly 2 minutes, and then you're fine. No matter what steps you take to try and fix it.
I wonder if Wednesdays are just a really popular, like, gaming night for nerds.
I mean, it hasn't happened like this before.
Yeah,
so
this has been the only day, like, thus far we've had it.
I really hope that your stream is picking
online
this up.
outage map for Discord.
Yeah.
I really hope your stream is picking this up, Izzy, so that, like,
It
Laura
is.
and Wex can hear this.
It is, but I've been, turning it off and then walking away for 2 minutes, and then it seems to fix.
Oh.
So, while I still have everybody here, I'm going to just...
Very robots.
I'll have everyone here for another hour.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be wrapping in 5 minutes.
Thank God.
So, Yera, as this fight continues, your friend shows back up.
I was actually going to say, like, as this continues, you're probably like, wait a minute. How are you here? Where is your backup and the tech for that?
Yera!
Izzy, can I attempt to roll an overcome for something seems sus?
Sure.
We're in red right now, right?
You are in red.
I have definitely wandered into some sort of weird illusion before. I'm using a principle.
Sure. I believe that is the second principle of the night.
Yeah, not a big principal
8.
run.
Yeah, I think I'm the only other one who's used one.
8.
8.
These flames feel very real. This is not an illusion. From the mud on his boots, this guy has been running or sprinting at an inhuman pace, trying to catch up to you.
Well then.
Now, as that's all being said, and like, again, it's hard to get near him because of the flames. However, you hear a familiar sound coming from up above you in the canopy. I can't do the voice now.
I can't tell what that voice is, Izzy.
Oh, look on the
He's a
screen.
robot again.
Look on the screen.
Brain.
It is Squid Man.
Fuck this thing.
And it's going to come down, and as soon as it starts doing so, the backpack thing is going to turn, and it's going to point an arm up at it, and his head is immediately going to follow. And as the spider monster's tentacles kind of like reach down to stab both of you, he actually steps in the way and lets himself get impaled by it. And then the backpack is going to unfold a little bit, and it looks like he has a giant hollow tube, like a spear, coming off of his forearm. And he is going to jump onto this creature's torso and stab directly into it, completely ignoring you at this point. And you're just going to watch as this spider creature's form starts to collapse in on itself as this tube drinks in green goo and fills the backpack, and all of his veins continue to pulse with this green energy. And as that happens, you hear a voice. You can't tell from where, Yira. It's a voice you've never heard before. And since Yira hears it and you're all connected through this forest, you all kind of hear this voice. Yes, drink. Become strong. I'll help you accomplish all your goals. It's not worthy to have my power, but you. Take it. It's yours. As long as you're strong enough to wield it, you can have as much as you want. And as this thing is being literally drained to death, the Hellfire Bender's green flames are just starting to emanate around him. The heat is unbearable. What are you going to do, knowing if you stay for much longer, you and most of this area will be incinerated? We'll get one action.
Try and understand what is going on, in metaphysical and sensing internal and external things, and then go, nope, this fire is too hot.
Yep, I will give you deduction plus... I'll give you bending lore.
Let me go see what bonuses I have right now to spend on that. I'm going to spend a +3 on that, because this feels important. Alright, well, first reroll. Currently at 9. And 6 plus 3 is 9.
It's a success. It's not a complete success, or it completely succeeds, but it's not beyond expectations.
Reroll the second thing. There we go. 8 plus 3 is 11.
Same threshold, but cool. Alrighty, so Yira, here's what you get from that. First off, whatever the source of that voice is...
I can use my persistent boost on this, but I don't think I can. I mean, technically it's fire, right?
This is a new scene. New scene tracker.
Or one of my principles, but...
Yeah, had you... I mean, if you want to use a principle...
Does principle of fire work, Izzy?
Technically, no. Not for this one. This is more spirit hocus pocus than it is fire.
Yeah, I probably don't have a principle that actually works for that.
Alright, so here's what you get from this. First off, whatever that voice was, obviously, very concerning. Also very obviously, a spirit. What kind of a spirit? You're not sure, but whatever it was definitely had hand in making both this demonic spawned spider creature, as well as was somehow has a connection with the Hellfire Bender, which is, concerning considering one was made in a swamp by something that, was coalesced spirit energies, and the other was supposedly manufactured in a Fire Nation lab. But the same kind of energy signature. It looks like whatever energy is running through the Hellfire Bender, whatever that green goo is coursing through his veins, is the same green goo that you guys have been running into all over the place. In this creature, in Jin Wei, in a bunch of sick children, everywhere. And apparently, whatever that green goo is, it's either sentient, or it's related to his spirit, or it's some kind of spirit magic that's tying back together to this voice. And I'll give you this one for free, because you did roll high on it. The voice sounded shockingly feminine. And you've received warning from several people to watch out for some woman.
Wait. The 8th roll of his action completely succeeds.
Yeah.
But not without expectations.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Yep.
12 is beyond expectations, which is, most of the time I count it as like 2 successes, or the equivalent of a crit.
Yep, that makes sense.
But yeah, no, again, it was in the same threshold. So this is all the information that that you can possibly get from this juncture with what you currently know.
Could you repeat the part about warnings? I think you got cut off in the middle of that.
Because it sounds like a feminine voice, you have gotten warnings from several people since you guys started this journey about watching out for some kind of woman who's everywhere, who's got eyes everywhere, who's watching everything. But have mysteriously not gotten any additional details beyond that. Which in of itself is strange. And that's all you get from that. And with that, the Hellfire Bender is going to drink the rest of the goo out of this thing, and it's literally going to be like a deflated balloon. This little egg sac on its head is just going to kind of flop over, its tentacles drained, and it's going to slowly sink back into the swamp as the Hellfire Bender almost looks like he grew a foot. Muscles bulging, flames even hotter, and he's just going to scream at the sky as flames erupt from his skin. And he's going to be starting to charbroil everything in the surrounding area as a result.
Sir, you need to stop hulking out, please.
Rage!
Playing GTFO in progress.
Yep. With that all being said, you're all going to find yourselves kind of back in the swamp, and there's just going to be this energy that's kind of pulling you all back together, and as you follow that energy, you're going to be led back towards Thomas. And as you're following that energy path, you're thinking about all the things that you've just witnessed and felt and happened. And it seems like the energy that's connecting you, drawing you all back to Thomas, back to where he ended up, is also connecting you guys together and sharing all these experiences from each of you to everyone else. And that, folks, is where I'm going to call session.
Oh boy.
We got things to talk about again.
Good.
How do you do this?
Are you disappointed that I do this?
No. Just why? What? How do you come up with this shit?
Izzy is a bad man.
Because Izzy's
Bad
extremely
things.
clever in the way he thinks about stories.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I take that as a
But
compliment.
you're good at amalgamating pieces of things together into something cohesive.
So,
Not.
so the first
Decides how to let it hurt you.
question is, what are we calling this session?
Squid Game.
No.
I mean, what else can we call it at this point?
I would call it like get out of my swamp or something like that.
Out of my swamp's not bad.
Yeah, my swamp sounds pretty good.
Get out of my swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how Shrek says it? However Shrek says it.
Get out of my swamp.
He has many different.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Yeah, I like that one.
But the question is, who is asking that question?
The squid for Squid Games.
But
Yeah,
there's, no,
alright.
there's not actually a squid in Squid Games.
Why would you lie to them like that?
All right.
Could you ruin Squid Games for me? I was looking forward to the squid.
No, he's lying. There's totally a squid in the Squid Game.
There's-
Oh, thank God.
there's
Thank
two-
you,
He's a
Dan.
bad person.
There's 2 squids in the Squid Game, actually.
Thank you. That makes me so much happier.
It's the one at the beginning and the one at the end.
It's true.
All right. So, what did you learn? What do you want to know more about? And where do you think this is going?
What did I learn?
I'm pretty sure all you guys could probably write a lot about what you think is going on now. All right, Minghua, what did you learn?
So Hotaru was locked up for a hell of a lot longer than we thought she was.
What do you want to know more about?
Spirits might have their own innate, unique abilities, but how the fuck does one spirit's influence manage to stretch that far? Also, Izzy, what specifically did you do to the avatar? We'll find that out eventually, but what specifically did you manage to do to it?
What avatar?
Exactly.
Oh, wait, you mean Aang, or you mean...
I mean, where is the avatar cycle at the moment? We're going to find that out at some point down the line, and I'm sure it will be a fascinating answer.
Yep.
Yes, it will be. I know the answer to that. Like, I've known that
Oh, I'm
since...
sure you
I know
do.
that since the Outlook. All
Of
right.
course you have.
And, where do you think this is going?
Green goo, 100% related to whatever spirit Hotaru's dad picked up after Bazu. You're either laughing because I'm right or because I'm dead-ass wrong, and either way it'll be great.
I laugh at a lot of things.
Exactly.
Alrighty, Hotaru, what did you learn?
I am the Winter Soldier. Also, oh, this is how I have a brother. I get it now.
Wait, you have a brother?
Yeah. That I didn't know about. I didn't know about them because they weren't born yet.
Yep.
A lot more sense now.
A little foreshadowing back in session 2.
Who I don't know who their mother is. 'Cause I know what happened to my mom, but
I was actually debating having that be one of your flashbacks. I'm like, no, it needs to be these 3.
yeah. Let's see.
What do you want to know more about?
I actually gonna change this. How exactly they weaponize me and put me on immortal ice. Like, sure, you can say I'm the Winter Soldier. How?
You definitely have like a code phrase that we're gonna accidentally say, and then you're just gonna kill us all.
Probably.
It'll be great.
You guys actually have the answer there. You just don't have the puzzle. The puzzle piece for you to know the answer to that is I have shown you guys a couple of times now. You just don't have the right fittings to make the connection yet.
Yay, we're stupid.
You're not stupid. You just don't have all the pieces yet. But I've already foreshadowed how that's happened. I will tell you that much. Where do you think this is going, Hotaru?
We will train the new Avatar. They've still got a lot to learn, but I believe they can save the world.
Oh, you guys don't even know who the Avatar is.
Oh,
Probably Korra.
Yeah.
Korra?
Oh, you. Oh!
Grandfather was dead.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Wait, Korra's grandfather is dead?
Yes, Aang is fucking dead.
Yeah.
Oh, right!
Aang's not Korra's grandfather.
Korra's not
Yes.
related. No, Korra's.
No, they're not related.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, okay,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the only canon relation is Roku and Zuko.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking of Zuko, because Roku is Zuko's grandfather.
Yes.
Or no, great-grandfather?
Whatever it
Grandfather.
is.
Grandfather. No, great-grandfather. Great-grandfather.
No, I thought it was great. Yeah.
Sozin, Azulon, Ozai, Zuko. Yeah, great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shut up now before I reveal anything else that I don't want to, because
No,
there are some fun surprises coming down the line for you guys.
I look forward to discovering them.
All right, Yira. What did you learn? Yira? Oh God, please don't robot again.
It shouldn't be.
I don't think it's just.
I think I might have accidentally muted myself. Okay,
That'll do
so
it.
well, there's this feminine spirit / maybe person here fucking us in before it's a member of my family, but I'm not sure.
Fair. Anything else?
Is Hotaru the oldest one here? Technically, probably.
Well, Bazu.
Bazu doesn't count.
Then yes.
Okay.
Very yes.
The Avatar is very dead.
Alrighty. What do you want to know more about?
Said spirit who is causing so many problems, assuming it's a spirit. Still hellfire bending. Also, what the fuck, Fire Nation Research Division?
That is, yes. Very important thing right there. I will highlight it, and then I will not comment any further, but you guys should pay attention to that.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Important.
Nick.
Said spirit, hellfire bending. What the fuck, Fire Nation Research Division? Also, where the fuck's the Avatar?
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, you guys have leads on that last question, but you haven't actually pursued it yet.
We didn't believe that was actually the Avatar.
Fair. And let's see. Where do you think this is going?
We have to find Korra / a PC who didn't actually show up to this game, but you have the character concept and train them.
Guys, is it really like me to not pull a canon waterbender who is known to be a master from one of the tribes who might, in fact, have a bending style that is off the charts, similar to lava bending or lightning bending?
Are you grabbing the swamp bender?
No.
The Avatar generally doesn't have any of the advanced individual bending things.
They have blood bending. That's their big one.
I mean, it's not unprecedented. I mean, Korra learned metal bending. It can be done.
Yeah. All right, let's go with Rizik. Sean, do you want to read these, or should I read them for you?
You said read them for him.
Yeah, he said read them.
Read them? Okay. So, Rizik. What did you learn? A decent amount. My dad's name, how my dad died, other people's backstories, Hotaru being the Winter Soldier. What do you want to know more about? What is going on with the Avatar spirits, etc.? Did Hotaru kill the Avatar?
Oh shit, did I kill the Avatar?
Roku did not in fact survive a volcanic eruption. I'm sorry, did you not get the implications of that last thing I gave you?
Yeah.
Oh wait, so did that scene play out the same way, except I was the eruption?
Yup, sure seems like it.
You were the cause, yeah. Like, that's common knowledge. Avatar Roku died on his island from a volcanic eruption trying to save the rest of it. And where do you think this is going, Rizik? People turning into green goo. I'm going to pocket.
What is Evangelion?
All right, Nara, what did you learn? Kenzie, are you muted? Kenzie?
Yes.
What did you learn?
I learned about one of Bazu's old kids, and they don't seem very nice.
No, they do not. What do you want to know more about?
I would like to know more about Hotaru's dad.
Ah, the said kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where do you think this is going?
I think we're going to put more emphasis on finding the Avatar now.
I actually think I might need to take an in-character poll on that, so I know what to prep for next week, but we'll do that later. And last but not least, Han! What did you learn?
The hell voice is that?
Aang is dead as fuck, and I have to be the new Toph. Or the old Toph, because Toph won't actually be Toph in this timeline. That's depressing.
Alright. What do you want to know more about?
Honestly, more about what happened with Roku. Like, did he fight the Fire Lord and lose? Like, how was he captured?
I think there might be a disconnect here. No. This is exactly as canon played out.
I was the eruption.
No, I get that, but there was some there was some weird dialogue in there.
Oh, okay. I'll give you guys this for free because I might have forgotten it. Sekhem did this without the Fire Lord's approval.
Okay.
The Fire Lord is too afraid to, face down, but this is the only roadblock for his plans. And we're going to be the ones to remove this obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah,
just the way the dialogue was done was a little weird.
Sorry, I don't have dialogue trees written up. That's on me. Which is why I'm clarifying it now. And lastly, where do you think this is going?
Well, we definitely got to go find the new Avatar. I'm wondering, I don't know. Part of me is doesn't think you would just let it be a waterbender. Like, it totally could be, but you could also throw us a curveball and be like, oh, we also had the waterbender Avatar die super young, so here's your earthbender Avatar. It's something you would do.
No comment.
Look, I think the only thing we can be pretty confident of is that it's not me.
That would be a fucking twist. Also, I think I didn't write this down. I think we actually need to go find the Flying Opera Company.
Yeah.
Yup.
They might actually have the Avatar with them.
Considering the timeline, I'm also pretty sure I'm not the Avatar.
I mean, fuck it, I'm just going to say this because it's player suspicion, and Mingwa has no way to think or, communicate this. Kind of suspects that the Grandmaster of the Grand Lotus is tied up with the Flying Opera Company.
Yeah.
Entirely possible.
It's not like a bloodthirst, or not, I'm not going to say bloodthirsty, but definitely a more bloodlusting individual is currently running the White Lotus's active group. We all know blood is the color of red, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That is certainly a way to phrase that.
Oh boy. You have clearly had so much fun making the curveballs for this, Izzy.
I enjoy making curveballs for everything.
Exactly.
And the rabbit hole only gets deeper from here.
I look forward to it.
And imagine my surprise, guys, because I didn't think... Because the only reason this all came out now is because Nara smashed a bunch of bottles a few sessions ago and you ended up in the swamp now. Because the swamp is the only one of the, 3 viable spots this could have happened in.
Okay. So did this happen earlier in the story than you were expecting?
Yes.
I did actually learn one other thing this session. I am a trusted and valued employee.
Alternatively, you're literally the only thing holding the corporation together.
Also that.
I 50. I think I'm 50.
Hard to tell.
You actually can't tell. I counted it.
Yura has a very good ballpark estimate of how old your dad is.
Mm-hmm. I want to know how old I am.
Yeah, well, your dad, from growing up, your dad was still, young, late 20s. Mid to late 20s.
Right, and I was like 17 when I got captured. How long? Wait, how long did they have me captured?
You only...
Probably well before the war at this rate.
No. Before I killed Roku, how long was that period of time?
That's a good question. Luckily for me, in your backstory, you wrote no clocks, no windows, and no way to tell how much time had passed.
You very specifically wrote that.
You very specifically did.
Because from the time I killed Roku to now, that's about 30 years. 30, probably maybe 35 tops.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much time was before that.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. It can't have been forever since the colony, but I guess because I didn't know how the colonies worked.
There is a canonical answer for when the first Earth Kingdom colonies were founded were. And it's before Roku, who still had black in his hair, found them. By at least a couple of decades.
Wow.
Yeah, they made a very big point of that in the Avatar and the Fire Lord. Roku found the colonies after they'd already been established for like 2 decades.
Yeah, and he was pissed when he...
He was...
Oh, yeah.
He was completely launched. And then he went into like self-exile because he's like, crap, I can't do anything. I failed after that point. As I've said before I even ran this game, Roku is the most boring avatar of the of the cycle of avatars before Aang. Like everyone up until the or maybe it's just all the firebending avatars, but like all the ones before Roku, much more interesting than him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, am I over 100?
No, you're not. You are not older than Avatar Roku.
Like, people do live weirdly long times in the Avatar universe, but, like, your dad's still alive and kicking from the sound of it.
Yeah. You'd be 50 to 60-ish? No, 40 to 50.
No,
40 to 50. 40 to 50.
No, but depending how long I was on ice, I could be older.
But your dad is still alive.
Yeah.
How old is her dad?
Nick, I believe I said 70s.
Yeah, 70s was what you gave me.
Okay.
Yeah. You're probably like 50.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there wasn't much downtime between being captured and killing Roku.
But plenty of downtime afterwards. Gotta hide that evidence, after all.
Mm-hmm.
Would have stayed that way too if it wasn't for that meddling firebender and her engineering friend.
Yeah. Sorry about your dad, Sean.
Alrighty.
He did hit the button though, so.
No, he didn't.
Oh, didn't he not? I thought
He got killed for not hitting the button.
It was.
I thought he hit the button the first time.
Oh, to put you to sleep. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He did. The second time around, he refused and was killed for his efforts, and then Director Kresh was more than happy to do so. Alright, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns about the game thus far?
We're gonna have to start making a list of people to murder at this rate.
I should probably also... I should also probably ask... Too dark?
No,
this is still fine.
Yeah.
Now there's a focus to the dark.
This still isn't as dark as Snover's flashback in the Pokemon game.
Yeah. Also, it's no longer darkness without context.
Yeah.
And Avatar, like, it's still very, very well in line with the Avatar world as a whole.
The context helps root it.
Yep.
Fair. Okay.
Where before we're like, what the fuck is happening? Now we're like, okay, now we have some idea.
I appreciate you checking in, Izzy.
Yeah, I mean, I knew this was... Here's the thing. I've been giddy about this session all week, and I'm just like, and I'm like, I got to make new villains. This is going to be fun. And I'm like, but the people are going to be confused when they only see 4 spaces on the tracker.
I will admit, Izzy, I still feel like your trackers feel odd to me they feel very, very short.
Fair.
I mean... they're kind of supposed to be in this system. It's very cinematic.
Well, it's adjustable in the system. The standard.
Yeah.
Well, but it's normally like 6 to 8 spaces, not 4, which is what we often wind up having when we get into fights.
Well, these are like specifically short fights.
Yeah, I'm not as I don't know. I think
it's been fine for me.
As long as it fits the scenario.
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, I think this is the first time I've broken out the 4-tracker for this game.
Correct.
We started us in fights in the middle of yellow a few times.
Well, that's because he was, I guess, tracking it before the fight started.
Yep.
Yeah.
A scene has deteriorated into a fight, while it is still the same scene.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I guess it's time now to say goodnight to the recording, everybody.
Good night, recording.
Good night.
Good night.